we're gonna go till like 8 tonight, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, we won't go over. We're not gonna probably go over 3,
Okay.
which is fine. And next week, of course, is the holiday, so we won't be gaming next week, but the following week we will. Let me pull up my thing that I wrote. All right, beautiful. All right, go ahead and get it
It's going.
started.
It's going.
All right, guys, welcome to session 18 of Trouble in Orlane, which the title is probably going to change here now that we're going into the latter act of the module we are playing.
Are you kidding? Did I join in the right amount of time? Like perfectly
Oh,
right time
yeah,
to
you're
join?
coming in.
Yeah, actually.
You did.
Like I stepped in
Couldn't
and
have
was
been
like,
better.
wow.
Yeah, you joined right when I started, man. All right,
That's
so
awesome.
doing back to the recap, this again, session 18. You guys left off in what you think is a forgotten temple underneath Orlane. Um, a few of you gleaned that it was possibly constructed in FG to Ralashaz or into worship of Ralashaz, which is literally the god of insanity and madness and gambling and luck and all types of bad shit. And that would explain the maze that you guys transverse to get to this point, why anyone would construct a maze under the temple is beyond you. It made no sense, and this kind of clarifies that riddle. So yeah, you started in the mud tunnels. This was the beginning of last session. You started in the mud tunnels and you peered through the curtains, and it revealed a tunnel leading down into the dark. It was decided that some reconnaissance was in order, and once again, Arawak scouted ahead. And after a few twists and turns on the sloping grade, you reached a lock iron barred door set into the tunnel wall. And if you remember conveniently, there was a ring of keys hung from a nearby spike on this. And you guys wound up utilizing these keys, and actually Loman um, fiddled around for 1 die 10 rounds and was able to get it open. The door was unlocked. The following chamber was lit up by a large brazier, revealing a giant stone relief face set into the north wall. It appeared to depict a sage or perhaps a god. Its mere existence seemed to confuse our heroes. Indeed, a good 45 minutes was devoted to unraveling its mysteries, and alas, this yielded no results. So, frustrated, it was decided that the southern tunnel be explored. Arawak proceeded into this. He unlocked the iron grate, or Loman unlocked the grate, and he proceeded into the dark tunnel. There was a sickening stench that lingered here. It was really thick in the air of death and decaying flesh. Nonetheless, Arawak proceeded further into the tunnel. Several attempts were made to bait whatever horrible creature or creatures lie in wait inside, but the plan yielded no positive results. I believe you even devised a plan to tie a piece of meat to a string and throw it several yards down the tunnel. You did hear a few shuffling noises and what sounded like bones snapping, but nothing came up the tunnel to meet you. At which point, Airwhack fell back and the door was locked. So that whatever horrible thing lied behind there couldn't come up behind you later on down the line. The party locked the southern door and proceeded through the west door. And this area appeared to be a crumbling hallway. It was covered in gigantic sheets of cobwebs, spiders, urns, and various pottery and vases lie broken all over the floor in there. And there was at least an inch thick layer of dust covering the floor. Very old, hadn't been transversed in quite a long time. That much was extremely obvious. Let's see. Yeah, Arawak once again scouted. He actually scouted down all the way as far as the tunnel could go to the west, and then it took a sharp, turn to the south and terminated in a heavily in another iron door or grate. Uh, You guys noticed that there was a large double door. Again, this is back in the hallway when you all came inside. You noticed that there was a large double door to the north, but not a sound could be heard through the thick door. So standing there for a few moments and trying to listen, you couldn't hear anything, and you decided to just pop open the door, to push it open. It was rather heavy, but you guys were able to get it open. And as soon as you got it about, I would say, 60% of the way open, both sides of the door open, without any warning, long bony arms wearing ornate braces and wielding a sword lashed out at the dwarf. So Benrus was just grabbed at, like, as soon as the door opened. Um, Despite the shock of the ambush, though, most of you were able to keep your composure and react. Benrus, however, was not. He was the only one that was shocked, and it kind of makes sense since it grabbed out of him immediately when the doors were open. Um, you guys engaged what looks to you like it's a zombie. It's rather mummified. It's not as rotted and disgusting and wet as most zombies that you've encountered are, but this looked to you like some type of a zombie. And you landed a few quite beautiful blows against the creature, but it quickly became apparent that the thing was shaking the damage off. It just every hit that landed on it, you could see gashes being torn to it, but it just was unresponsive to the damage. So Loman also noticed during the fight that the creature's weapon gave off a very faint glow. And in a moment of sheer gnomish brilliance, he rushed back to his backpack to retrieve an item. I don't know what he's getting out of his backpack, but he ran back to get it. Simultaneously, in a moment of fear frustration, apparently, the dwarf, having recovered from his surprise, dropped his sword and shield for some reason and lunged forward to tackle the armed creature. Miraculously, he avoided being swung at. That's my little. I fucked up the rules right there. Miraculously, he avoided being swung at. The attempt to pull down the mummified creature to the ground was, however, successful, but the dwarf quickly found out the thing is enormously strong. So the two of them remain locked in mortal combat right now. They're rolling around on the floor. Indeed, they're breaking vases. Things are being knocked over. He barked his shin. You saw it. Yeah, Zidar, you saw the dwarf just bark his shin like crazy on one of these stone, I guess you could call them pews, um, that line this room, which again, it looks like a shrine or a place of worship. Um, and they're rolling all over the floor, which is going to make you, it's going to be difficult to get a clean shot in this situation. So that's the recap for last. And we ended in the middle of the combat, something that I don't like doing, but it's the top of the third round, and everybody is free to state their intentions, ask questions if you need more clarification on something, and you know the drill. So, is there anything else anybody would like to add that I forgot from the recap?
Oh, I had a question. So,
Yep.
in the struggle, has the creature retained the its grip on the weapon or not?
Yes. And let me see what you messaged me, Scoot. Give me one moment.
Oh, it's not that important.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was I thought it was funny though. I thought it
Yeah,
was fun. I thought it was funny. That was
that
like,
was the intent.
not to sidetrack it here, but I'm proud. I'm pleased to announce that after 32, no, 33 years, I finally read the AD&D 2E Player's Handbook, like literally cover to cover, every page, no skimming, no skipping over shit. Even if I knew it 100%, read it.
I
So
knew you were a masochist.
I totally am, man. And then Masochist, I'm in the midst of reading 1E DMG, dude. That doesn't get any more hardcore
Oh yeah,
masochist than
yeah,
that.
that's the ultimate.
That's like the ultimate masochist right there. All right. So with that being said, is there any other questions, guys? Anything else?
Yes.
Hmm.
Current light sources and their locations. Is it
Yeah,
just the brazier
yeah.
out front?
So the brazier is lighting up the hallway to your south a bit, but the current light source was Loman had a torch. But and I'm glad you brought that up. When all of this was going down, Loman, I believe you said that you had dropped the torch on the ground right there on the floor, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the torch is going to illuminate the general area that you guys are in right now because it is literally dropped on the floor. Indeed, it's probably dropped on the floor right next to where his backpack is dropped. He dropped it, ran in there, tumbled out after, he had whatever idea that Gnome has in his head right now. I don't know what it is, but he's got an idea. He dropped the torch there when he went into the room, and now he's back there. The torch is on the floor with his backpack illuminating, so he's able to easily dig in there and actually see what he's doing. Luckily, he doesn't have too much in his bag.
Okay.
And Zadar, you are face to face. So Zadar, what you see in front of you is this undead creature who looks like extremely strong. Like you've never seen Benrus get thrown around like this, and he's being thrown around right now, and they're rolling all over the floor, and you're trying to get in to get a shot, and it's just no clear shot. Talissa, you see the same thing. Arawak, you see the hallway. No, nothing. You don't hear anything right now coming up from the hallway. Um, Indeed, it's all quiet and dark on that end. One other thing I should add, though, about last session, and this is with Arawak. Arawak, when you made your way down and went to the door, it was kind of odd to you that the side you were on didn't have a keyhole. You just noticed that you didn't
Yeah,
get to check.
you said that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it
Yeah,
didn't have a
you
keyhole.
had
It's
made
kind of
mention
odd.
of that.
Yeah, so very similar, and I don't want to give it away, but it's the same. You guys observe the
But you
same
said it
thing.
wasn't locked.
Yeah, it's not. Did I say it wasn't locked?
Yeah, you. Well, I got the impression, and correct
I
me if
said
I'm
it doesn't
wrong.
have a lock, I think is what I meant. Like,
My impression was, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it was a freely opening door. Was that not the case?
no. And I would have
Okay,
given you that. I would have said that when you tried to fidget with it, it was closed. But it's weird because there's no keyhole on this side. You know what I mean? The
gotcha.
uh the it's similar to the other door that the first door that you came in when you first Airwalk when you first proceeded down the tunnel where you guys found the key ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with that door. It's like the side, like coming in, yeah, you could open it with the key, but inside there's no keyhole. Almost like, like you would think of like a jail cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to fuck with it and open it from the inside. It's like so very odd.
Well,
Little
for
sense.
Airwalk, it'd be kind of like in his mind, seeing that he's not a typical building dweller.
Hmm.
Intriguing as to what the fuck, but not really having a frame of reference as to a why.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things down
And so he
and
never would have thought to say anything to the rest of the party about it.
right. That makes sense.
Except there's a door down there.
What's your alignment, by the way?
I'm not going to say it out loud, but I will.
Okay.
I will. I will.
Yeah, no, sorry, I should have asked you that in private, but we were doing something earlier. Okay, I got it.
Oh, back to
That just
light
doesn't.
sources
That,
for a second.
that doesn't look right.
The weapon is glowing too, right? Of the creature.
The weapon is
Yes.
glowing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very faint glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you gonna ask, Scoot?
I just messaged you in Discord.
So is
Yeah,
blind fighting
and that's
auto?
why I was, yeah,
Sorry.
you can change that. Go ahead and change that. That's that,
That's what.
dude. Wow. That's wow, Scoot. That's a wow. That's a wow one right there.
Oh yeah.
But but things make sense now.
Yeah,
I didn't
don't
realize
know.
that's what it was. I didn't realize it. Like I thought maybe it was a little bit more to what's listed. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I would never ever make a character like that,
Yeah,
and I will tell you my reasonings at another time.
yeah, no, that's great. I like it. That's great. Let me check one thing here. And then Tommy, I heard you. Just give me 1 second. I'm Tommy. I'm gonna change something for you because this is not. I know that you don't want this. So check your.
So he's giving you a +5 sort of hackmaster.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't want the +4 one.
Yeah.
You want the +5 one.
I want the zombie slayer.
Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, so
So are there any adornments on the walls in this hallway that I'm peering down?
there is some artistic engravings in the wall, but nothing that really just like the other rooms, there's stuff, like some masonry or stonework carvings on the support structures on the
Mhm.
side and some writing, but you don't recognize the writing at all.
So no pictures or anything like that.
No pictures, just writing.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very few and far between too. There is like a bunch of broken pottery, like vases and everything, but there's no. You think you might have seen what maybe used to be a statue, but it's shattered all over the floor.
Can I try and use my read languages?
You can.
Even
And
if
I
it's a
would,
0?
yeah, you can. Go ahead and do it. If it's 0, I'll give you a 1% chance. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
Ah,
Look, look.
ah,
Shit. I should
Wow.
actually give it to you just for that, dude.
ah.
That is fucking horrible. It
That's like
doesn't
the
get,
massivest failure you could
that's
ever
the
have.
worst failure you could ever have. It's
Ah,
so bad. I almost fucking wish I could give it to you.
Congratulations.
ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, in fact, so looking at these things, and this happened 5 minutes previous to this, and we'll get back to the fight here, but when you were examining, and I should have told you this before when you were walking through here, because you would have noticed this looking around, but you're actually twice as confused now as what they mean as you were before. So if you didn't
Twice
know
as
what they were
confused.
before, yeah, now you're actually
Ah.
like you're frustrated like
You
at
got
the writing.
anxiety from
Well, I'm
trying to
You
already
read
have
this.
frustrated with
anxiety.
the head in the room.
No, this is worse. This is like frustration like through the roof, worse than the head. All right, Tommy, what were you gonna ask me, buddy? Sorry.
It's something I can research later. Don't even worry about it.
No, go ahead and ask, man. What do you
Just
need to
about
know?
blind fighting and the current lighting
I think
Yeah.
you've got enough light currently.
Does it auto apply or does it not even matter at
No,
this
it
Blind
point?
doesn't
fighting
auto
means you
apply.
always crit.
Ah,
Don't listen to him, dude.
I'm not.
So, no,
Sorry.
no, it's not automated, Tommy. It's not automated. It does what it says. So if you read the skill, let me open this up for you, and I'll explain it to you a little bit.
It's just
It's a
don't
great,
suffer the penalty in poor or low lighting
yeah.
conditions.
It's absolutely, it's an awesome non-weapon proficiency. Um, I'd say one of the more useful ones. So yeah, a character with blind fighting is skilled in conditions of poor to no light. So in total darkness, you suffer only a -2. Usually you suffer a -4 in total darkness, which I actually feel like should be even more than that, if you're in complete black, but that's what it is. Under starlight or moonlight, the character incurs only a -1. I would assume that's a -1 instead of a -2. It's like half. So it's half penalties on whether it's pitch black or starlight or moonlight,
Cool.
which would be in starlight or moonlight. If it's a pitch black night, maybe I don't know, man. The character suffers no penalty due to his AC in dark. Okay. Furthermore, the character retains lost in darkness. Yes.
I think the lighting conditions are
They are. I'm refamiliarizing myself with this 'cause
Variable.
it's useful. They're good enough right now because you have that torch on the ground and there's also a glowing weapon, but you know, with the glowing weapon, it's very faint, and also they're rolling around. So like there'll be periods where like there's a little bit of light because the sword is out from underneath the dwarf, and then the dwarf gets on top of it again, and they're just rolling around on the floor. So
Should we declare actions?
yeah, I'm just reading one thing. With blind fighting, I didn't know this, but you also, while moving in darkness, you suffer only half the normal movement penalty. I'll have to look at this later. I'm actually curious. I didn't know that there was a movement penalty in pure darkness, but I mean, it seems completely obvious now that I read that, but I didn't see anything about that in the player's handbook. I bet you it's in the DMG. So movement and total darkness. I like that. Blind fighting. I go and I put this in Notepad later, you know, but right, I just scratch it down when we're playing. All right, guys, so go ahead and declare your actions and we'll get going here.
Well, Loman's getting something out of his pack,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
then when he does that, if he can move back into the room, he.
I'll let you move half movement, which should get you back into the room. Last round, you had moved to get it, correct?
Yes.
You've just gotten there by this round?
Yes.
Give give me a dexterity in the tower.
Okay.
We're just doing this preemptively. Zadar, what are your intentions for this round?
Looking for an opportunity to kind of swing without taking out Benris, really.
So you would like to take a you would like Oh, speaking of Benrus, Loman, you want to take him tonight? And like we said,
Sure.
until Roger gets back, we're gonna sideline Benrus until Roger gets back after this game, and we'll do it in an organic fashion. But okay, so you would like to attack?
Yeah, I'm kind of just half swung back, kind of crab walking left and right, waiting for
Mhm.
an opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So go ahead and roll with your. I'm assuming you're gonna roll with your specialized weapon. So that's longsword.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish I would have written down whether or not. Well, have I wish I would have written down whether or not we were on the where you get your 2 attacks. I'm just gonna say that we are. Wait, we're in third round. I'm gonna say this is a single attack round. So even rounds, you'll get 2 attacks. Okay, Talissa.
And Talissa is going to use her sickle.
Hmm. This is gonna be a mess.
So
Benrus,
Benris is on the floor with him, right?
he's on the floor rolling around with him.
Okay.
Benrus, what
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna need a flat initiative for Benrus,
Okay.
and I'll tell you what I need from him when it gets to be his turn.
Hmm.
Okay, so airwalk.
Airwalk is going to start proceeding cautiously, carefully down the hallway to the west.
Okay.
To
Ignoring the
peer around that corner.
Okay, completely ignoring his ally. Okay. Go ahead
Not
and just
ignoring them.
I
Just
get it. Just give me a flat.
I got a bad feeling. A really bad feeling.
Go ahead and give me a
I don't
flat
know why I've
initiative.
got a bad feeling, but Airwalk has this bad feeling. It needs to. Sorry, bear with me. I've got to find
The bad feelings
I keep,
to the south.
I keep looking to
Look
the.
at that init, man.
I keep looking on the combat tracker to roll my init, and it's not there.
Oh yeah, DM. That's
Yeah.
that's DM. I
Dude, can
know.
I put that on my hotbar? No,
Yeah,
I can't drag it
it's
to my hotbar.
fucking. I experience the same pain every time.
Yep.
I'm a
No.
player. Yeah, so you are up. Let's see here. Here, I'm gonna lock it down so that
Yeah,
I
lock
actually
it so I
can.
can know my
Yeah.
movement. Oh,
All right, you are free to go. What is your movement, by the way? I should know this by now.
120.
Yeah, you have an incredible movement.
And I don't carry shit, so I don't have gear, don't have armor.
Let me know when you need me to approve it, and we'll do. If you
Well,
can't see,
that's where I'm posting all that right there.
okay.
Then I'm gonna be facing south down the hallway.
Did you run down there? Did you jog? Did you kind of like? How
None
did
of
you
the
do it?
above. So this is about a third of my movement. So I would consider this a slow, steady,
Saunter.
cautious
Saunter.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know,
Sauntering.
I'm watching my steps. I'm kind of making sure that I'm not making a lot of noise because I don't want anything to know that I'm not even my comrades to know that I'm walking down the hall.
All right, Loman, you see during all of this, this noise of pots breaking, you kind of look over your shoulder and you see Zadar kind of like sidestepping back and forth, obviously trying to get a shot. You see like kind of a strobe effect from like the light, being doused out from the dwarf, like laying on top of the light and then exposing the light and laying on top of the light. Shadows going off. You see Arawak kind of creep off around the corner. It looks like he's just belling you guys, but you see the Grugok just disappear around the hall.
Hey, Airwalk, where are you going? We could use some help here.
Here, and I'll message you. Try to do this the right way this time. How can I whisper to you just by right clicking? Is there a fucking way that you can? I thought there was.
On the
Oh, here it
portrait.
is.
On
I
the.
got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Does that conclude your action? If it does, just go ahead and end your turn.
Perfect. Where is the tracker?
I don't know why that. Here, I got it for you. There.
I
Now
wasn't
you
even
can
on my turn yet.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why I
because I
couldn't end
didn't.
it.
It's because we ended it on combat. We rolled the initiative, and I didn't. You know how it pauses at the top of the
Yeah.
stack?
Yep.
I didn't hit it again. All right, Loman, you are up.
Okay, I'm fetching that item I found.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dex in the tower, please.
Okay.
And if you already did you already do
I
that?
did do that.
Okay, let me see. Okay, you eat. Luckily, what you're trying to grab is right there at the top of the bag, and you are able to get it in. Eureka! You hold it up. You see the bluish glow kind of aura come off of it. You're holding it up, and you are able to get up. You kind of trip a little bit, stagger a little bit, but are able to get back into the room.
Okay.
So you actually pull this off fairly quickly, quicker than you would have thought. You can move pretty much anywhere in the general area that you were before, which I believe was like here.
Yeah,
So
just past to listen.
yeah.
And I say, Benrus, try and wrest the sword away from it and then get clear.
Yeah, and just to be a little bit more clear right here, the placement of Benrus and the zombie is not like 100% accurate. Obviously, they're on top of each other, but for the sake of simplicity, I just kept it separate like that.
Yeah.
And I would say that they're rolling around within like this general area, and that's all we really need to go off of. You just tell me what you want to do, but that general area right there, probably like a 10-foot radius around these pews, they're just kind of, you can see him and he's trying to he hears you and he's trying to slam the arm down, but the thing is just enormously strong. Like it just keeps throwing the dwarf off, and the dwarf is stubbornly keeps, pulling him back down. With that being said, let's see what happens right here. It was like perfect timing too. All right. Okay, I'm gonna need because you're running him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do this right now. I'm gonna need a strength. You can do it in the open.
Okay.
All right, so they're both still locked in combat.
An entertaining wrestling match that would be.
It's bad, dude. You see like
Anybody got oil?
he
Jello?
he he literally when right at this moment, what you see, Loman, is you see the dwarf. He hears you, but he doesn't. You could tell he hears you. He kind of looks over, and he tries to grab the thing's arm. The thing almost throws him off. He takes the thing's head and slams it into the ground, and a bunch of dust puffs up, like it's dust mummy, man. Like the fucking, and it just hits him in the face, and like you could see he's breathed this shit in, and then there they go again, tumbling all over the ground in a stalemate. Talissa.
All right. Talissa is um let's see. So she doesn't have a really good shot then. So I think she will just delay.
Okay, you can do that. Go ahead and hit delay. Benrus.
Yeah, he's
That's,
gonna try and do what Loman suggested. See if he could wrest away the sword from the creature.
all right, go ahead. Okay, what I need from you is I want you to make a Thaco at -8. So just put a -8 and then do a Thaco roll. Actually, target him. Let me see. Hold on. No, that's not what I want here. -8, target him.
The Thaco.
No, you can actually, yeah. So target him and double click the Thaco at -8. This is for a disarm, which is
Ugh.
Sorry.
yeah. So this thing, it's not letting go of that weapon. It sees you trying to grab it, but it just shakes you off like a rag doll, or shakes Benris off like a rag doll. It apparently it's pretty attached to its weapon,
Ugh.
and in fact, at that moment when you're trying to do this, you almost get thrown off and crack your head on the pew, but you manage to avoid it. Luckily, your head just narrowly misses the edge of one of these pews by like about 1 inch. You almost got, after you tried to grab it, it like pushed you back up, and the head was kind of cracked back, almost landed right on the back of one of those pews. Zadar.
I don't want to swing on him while it's like friendly fire, so I'll probably delay.
The way that works, well, you're going to be delaying, and then it's you and Talissa at the end of the round. So the way that works is I'm not going to tell you exactly how it works, but there is a chance that there will be friendly fire.
And I can't make an attempt at wrestling the sword away, right?
You could.
Even
It's
after
going
I've
to
rolled
be, it's going to,
initiative with longsword.
I would,
That wasn't really my intention.
you can
so
try
that's the
to
thing.
hack it out of his hand. You can try to hack it out of his hand, and I'll let you attempt that, but it's going to be probably extraordinarily difficult.
Is it like a disarm attack or something?
There's a lot of rules for disarm, but the way that I run them, it makes it a lot harder to do it. So
But there would still be friendly fire.
it
A
depends.
chance.
It depends on one or two factors, and again, it's up to my discretion. But why don't you describe to me exactly what you would like to do and how you'd like to do it?
I mean,
I know the end result, but I want to hear you
swinging
describe
at
it.
someone's arm in a wrestling match is kind of ridiculous.
I would say that's probably a fair assumption, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna delay.
Well, if you
Mhm.
delay, it's just going to put you at you're already at the end of the round with Talissa, so you both right now.
Maybe he'll think of something in the next.
Okay, go ahead and hit delay then. It's a mess in here. There's while these two are rolling around the floor, you notice, Loman, that they've kicked up so much dust it almost looks like fog in here. And it's like, and it's you sneeze a little bit
Oh,
in the middle of all this shit. You
uh,
sneeze, and it's like toxic dust, just going up into your face. Talissa,
Okay, with the zombie, what is he wearing?
he's wearing like torn up. It looks, that's a great question. He's got. Let me show you the image again, and this is literally what he is wearing. But I'm glad you asked that. It's a good question.
We're actually sneezing from the zombie dust right now.
yeah, I am.
It's pretty much that's exactly what.
Loman just sneezed.
Yep. No, that's it. I mean, what am I doing? That's not what I want here. Use Foundry for a day and you forget everything in this. So here, 1 sec.
Do I have a chance to say something to Zadar or ask Zadar something?
Of course.
Zadar,
Of course.
are you capable with a dagger?
Absolutely, mate.
Okay.
Are you? Are you proficient in dagger?
I have two.
Yeah,
As
but
far as proficiency,
you're
no.
not proficient in it. But you are the fighter. You have a better, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
worth a
so
shot. I mean,
his odds are better,
I
and
just
his non-proficiency penalty's less too.
Yeah, and the more you learn about the rules, the less you'll have to wonder about shit like that. It takes a couple months to get 2E down. Where the fuck is this image? Okay, here. Let me just search. That doesn't make any fucking sense unless I'm spelling it wrong. There it is. This is what it looks like to you. Everybody see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he has some like cloth flowing about him
Yeah,
and
and
tattered
almost
strips of.
yeah, and yeah, and an arm bracelet, like a couple of like looks like silver bracelets.
He looks
They look
underfed.
they look they look they they look pretty ornate. One thing, Talissa, that you notice about him, it definitely caught your eye, um, is that the torn rags that he's wearing look like at one point they might have been like very nicely, nice garments at one point.
Hmm.
Like they have
Okay, well,
ornate decorations on them. There's even
uh,
one of those like capped hoods, that looks like it's kind of half ripped and kind of hanging down on the back, like but almost like a priest's cap. I don't know what those are called, but they're basically built into the cloak where it's like a pointed top, Like have you
yeah,
guys seen Conan the Barbarian? Remember
Yeah.
all the white sheeted fucking Thulsa Doom acolytes? Like
You
that.
mean the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah, so there we go. The Ku Klux
basically.
Klan. Thank you, Scoot.
Okay,
It's a very
so
good
Oh,
name.
Talissa doesn't want to risk hitting Benris because he's pretty wounded, but
Make up your
she
mind.
sees them she
Yeah.
sees them rolling around and I mean the zombies got like all this clothing kind of, flailing around on the ground. She's going to use her sickle to try to pin down his some of the flowing robes, cape, whatever it is, hood,
Yeah.
if she can. Yeah, I want to like try to
You
pin
want
him
to
down so that.
you're going to try to pin him, you mean pin him down by his clothes? I'm not quite following
Yeah,
what you're trying to do. You're trying to
that's
pin
exactly.
him, excuse me?
Hook the sickle through the clothes to impair his
Yes,
movement.
exactly.
To like
Because
slow him down? Okay.
I don't want to get close enough to Ben. I feel like his clothes are probably, blowing out from the melee there,
Okay, go ahead and give me an
what he's
attack
trying to say.
roll at -5 against him with the sickle, and I'll tell you what happens.
Don't fumble.
Hmm. Yeah. All right.
I think Benaros' ass needs to.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you try to do this, it does you manage to you take it and you manage to catch some of the garments, but it just rips. It falls apart completely. Just
Figured.
rips. Yeah, it's completely decayed clothing. Zadar. I think you're muted, Tommy.
No, I'm here.
Mm. Go ahead and swing.
this fucking guy.
Probably gonna kill. Benner's only has like 7.
Only
hit
like
points left.
700 hit points. Oh yeah, he's pretty wounded, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what
They
I'm
took
afraid.
a couple big shots from.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to take Benris's place?
No. Benrus is going to have to relinquish his wrestling match. If 1, 5 seconds, 2, 3.
I'll probably just delay.
You can't delay. It's the end of the round. Well, okay. Well, we can go to the next round then. So what's happening is you looking for an opening. They're thrashing around on the floor, and you're extremely frustrated, like trying to find an opening, and you cannot find an opening to swing, which puts us at the top of the 4th round. And you guys know the drill with this. So Zadar, I'm assuming you need a clear attack is what you're trying to get from this until the situation changes, correct?
But the attacks are being like completely absorbed.
Yeah, you guys exactly. So it just doesn't look like it's doing anything to it.
Okay, I'm gonna. My action is I'm gonna try and hand something to Zadara. Say, here, try this. Ben Rusk,
Okay.
get off it.
Okay. There you go. You guys are so close. I will allow you. You could hand that off and use it in the same round, Zadar.
What is it?
It's a dagger.
Glowing dagger.
Okay.
Talissa.
I'll just roll sickle again. I don't know what else to do.
Tommy, you can actually roll it. Give me a flat initiative, and I'll adjust.
I mean, I have daggers in my inventory. Should I just roll with one of those?
Go roll. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh,
I mean,
what
are
I'll do is
daggers
I'll put
equipped?
this one in the
Nice
party
roll,
sheet
dude.
so then you can equip it.
Yeah, and that can teach Tommy how to do that too. So if you, Tommy, you know how to access the party sheet and take
Yep.
something? Okay.
Well, taking it by just dragging it to my inventory, right?
Yeah, you'll drag it to your inventory, and then I'll check and make sure that it creates the action item for you so that you're actually using it in combat.
Yeah, I'll make right.
What is, well, take your time. Airwalk, we'll come back to Benrus, but Airwalk,
I'm gonna
what
hide
you
in the
think?
shadows up in this corner
Okay.
and just watch both directions. This is a better vantage point for me to be able to spy what's going on.
And you can give me that roll right up front.
Okay. Just throw my initiative out.
So it's in the party sheet now.
Alright, I got it.
And give me a second to switch tabs.
Take your time, dude.
Hide in shadows.
Tommy, let me know if you need help.
I have it.
Got it. And then did it create your Did it create your action item in your
Yeah, I just
no.
have another dagger, so besides, if it doesn't have any special properties, it's going to be hard to tell the difference.
Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you right now. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am gonna say fuck it and do this for you. I think it's safe to assume you know.
It is glowing.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
That's gonna be, and the one that you're gonna be using is gonna be the one that is not a -1. It's the 0, so I'll write it in here for you. That being said, yeah, so 1 second, magic subtype, perfect. Okay, got it in there. I wrote glowing dagger. That, I mean, it glows. Could be a dagger of light, you know, you don't know. But it's glowing. Could be sting from
That's what
talking.
I did to you guys in the barrel maze game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That longsword
Glowing.
that.
Yeah, I was a light. I was fucking infuriated by that. That was
Yes, Zadar stares at it for a second.
Way to
Smells
go,
it.
Dwayne.
yeah, dude, he troll. It was next level trolling with that shit. It was like a sword in a statue with a light spell cast on it. Like, ah, and like we almost got killed. Like, not 5e, like almost got killed. Like literally almost got total party killed. Like that close, which is not an easy thing to do in 5e. So, yeah.
Fenris needs to roll initiative.
Yeah, Ben Russ, give me a flat initiative.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully his initiative is to get off of the zombie.
Well,
Oh,
Loman yelled a command at him.
Yeah.
Okay, Zadar, you are at the top. They're still rolling around. Remember, you can delay until you get a clear shot, which will put you at the end of the stack, if that's what you choose to do, or you can try to stab you right now. It's up to you.
well, I haven't had my action to hand him the dagger even yet.
That's true.
Ah.
You guys, yeah, yeah, that's true. I would say you guys are synced in that initiative.
So,
Like as soon as
in
you act,
delaying would be kind of waiting for him to hand me the dagger, basically.
And Benrus
that
to get
makes
out of the
sense.
way.
Yes, in continuity, yes, that makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Loman, you're handing him the dagger.
Yes.
You manage to do that. You kind of shuffle back and forth a little bit. It seems like there's an endless supplies of urns and vases in here because every like 2 or 3 seconds you hear another one just shatter.
Yeah, I try and keep out of the way of the grapplers here.
Yeah, they're just it's a frustrating fight to be
A
sure.
dwarf in a china shop.
And then I say, "Where, Airwhack? Where are you?"
Dwarf in the shop. Yeah, you when you say that, it kind of you hear it echoing down the hall, but you don't see anything over the shoulder of Talissa or Airwalk. He's posted guard.
How the hell's Loman seen over the shoulder of Talissa?
He can see not over the shoulder, but
Through,
like
through,
through.
through her legs.
Through the legs.
Through.
He's on stilts back there. Or
No,
something?
no. I mean, they're like moving around. They're like moving around, shifting around. He can see down the hall. I mean, he's
I've
not
jumped
gonna
up on the pew, or on the.
No,
Yeah.
or you can say that, yeah. But what my point is that he can see through there. It's not like he's 100% up. The hallway is not 100% obfuscated. You can actually see. You have a clear line of sight.
So this is not as wide as the door.
I was trying to imagine what that looked like.
Yeah. Arawak, you again. You see this dark. Exactly what I said to you before.
Yeah,
Are you moving up a little bit?
that's where I said I was moving into the corner and going to
Okay.
hide in shadows there.
Oh,
And just
thank you.
keep an
Yeah,
eye
and you
on
already
both-
gave me that
both
roll. Yeah, that's
paths.
perfect.
Yep, I already gave you the roll. Yep. And
Perfect.
so that
Thank
means
you.
I can end my turn.
Ben Russ, What are you doing, buddy? In every sense of the word.
I'm heating my friend Loman and distracting myself from the creature, kind of rolling, dodging, so in case it's trying to hit me.
Shadow's present, right?
No,
No.
he's healed outside in the other room. Okay, so the way this is
Okay.
gonna work, dude, is you're not gonna be able to do like a tactical withdrawal right here. It's not that easy. You'll be able to get up and get off him, effectively not being a moving target for your buddies, but you're
Yes.
not gonna be able to withdraw.
No, I was
And
just gonna like get off him, but be dodging any strikes, but be proximate to him.
why don't you get okay? Why don't you give me a dexterity?
Okay.
You can do it out in the open. This
Okay.
is like one of those fuzzy things in the player's handbook that people do it differently. It's just basically user discretion. All right, he actually gets a swipe at you.
Okay. Could be bad. Do I get anything for trying like dodging?
Well, the dodge was the dexterity check.
Oh, okay.
So, but I will do this at a penalty because thing wasn't,
Was
you're unarmed.
is he prone?
It should still be prone, I guess, right?
Yeah,
That's
you know
tough.
what? I'm not. Yeah, it's a tough one to call. Like I'm not gonna. I
Do
take
it
that
at a
back.
-5 or something.
Yeah, I was gonna do it this in it was gonna be a sword swipe like at like a super negative modifier. Because you're
Okay.
getting off unarmed, that's why I had the dex. So
Yeah.
don't here. We'll do this.
Okay.
It's one of those things where they basically tell you like use your discretion when it comes to this,
Fair enough. Yep.
and it's like just one of those like up to the DM
Roll a dex.
things.
When all
Yeah,
else fails, roll a dex.
yep. It's one of those things. Just the 2E toolkit, man.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, you dodged. So as you're getting off this thing, this smelly thing that is just keeps puffing dust up in your face, you get off and you could only have time to kind of it's extremely strong. Imagine this thing. This thing literally has been throwing you around, and you're not used to that. As a dwarf, you're like not used to something just manhandling you like that, right? And as you get up, you kind of trip back a little bit, and the thing has its sword arm becomes free, and it does one of these things. It does like that, and it kind of tries to get you across the belly, but it misses. Didn't miss by much though. It almost fucking got you.
I'm gonna lose
So
some weight.
you are no longer exactly. You are no longer on top of the thing. Talissa.
Okay, well, Talissa, seeing that she has an open target now, will attack with her sickle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That strikes it. And in fact, it's still prone. I mean, I haven't gotten up, so but you hit it anyways. So
Do I? Oh, okay.
go ahead and roll damage. How much was that? 5. Okay. So yeah, that's not gonna do what I was thinking it was gonna do. Close though. All right, so this round, this sucker gets up from being prone, and he sees the person right in front of him, and he starts taking swing at him with his long sword. Oh, sorry, that should not have here. Nevertheless, it's a hit against Zadar. I needed to clear my targets there. Oof. All right, so here. Oof. Just
Ouch.
annihilated across the face
Oh my god.
with the longsword, Zadar. Like, just brutalized. So here. might be a TPK, guys.
Huh.
Let's see what happens. All right, so that's a D&D 2E, huh? You know? Jesus, dude.
Luigi, is that to you?
That's a D&D 2E, a wipe at the party, yeah? Roll a new character. That's part of the fun, man. It's
I'm down.
sometimes, let's all tell
Hey,
Tommy though a little bit
too soon.
about
Too soon.
2E though. Just a little bit of difference, Tommy, you're probably not used to is that the oh my god, I completely lost my train of thought.
I mean, you're afraid to kill our 5e characters, so fucking bring it.
No, I'm not afraid to kill him. It's the yeah, I'll remember what the fuck I had a good point to make, and then it literally dropped out of my head as soon as I saw a message pop up. And this is why don't read other messages when you're playing. Yeah. So you just got obliterated with a longsword swipe. Sidar, you have the dagger in your hand. You are up.
I look
Thing is
lost and
leaping at
angry,
you.
and I grab the dagger with both hands, like it's a long sword,
hmm
and just lunge
Do like a lunging strike at
forward.
it with the
Yeah.
dagger. Okay. Go ahead and give me yeah, go ahead and roll attack.
Fuck.
What'd you roll? Oh my god, you missed badly. You miss very badly.
Can't see.
You lunge and the thing sidesteps out of the way. It's surprisingly quick. In fact, you've never seen a zombie move like this. It's a vicious fighter. Or a vicious opponent. This is the top of the 5th round. I'm going to take a bio break for like 1 minute, but you guys can go ahead and declare your actions, and I will be right back. I can hear you, and I'll be right back.
Oh, I mean, I wonder if Zadar should withdraw.
Well, I'm gonna give him a cure.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm gonna do. Enrus is gonna light a
yeah.
torch. We can burn this thing.
I was considering that.
I've used all my spells, so I'm like not very effective right now. I do have a healing potion.
I think I
Your
do too.
sickle seems to hit everything.
Yeah, but it doesn't do any damage to this guy.
No, I don't have a
You're
healing.
putting gashes in him.
Why he hasn't taken any
He just
damage from my sickle?
lit close attention to what I'm saying. Your your weapons are gashing him slightly. Like he's getting gashes taken out of him, but he just doesn't seem like he's phased at all.
Gotcha.
But you are doing not as much damage as you would expect, but definitely when your thing hits, it's not bouncing off him like it's fucking steel. I mean,
Mhm.
but it definitely something feels off about each blow landed on this thing.
Zadar takes another lunge with the dagger.
Okay, he's gonna take another lunge, and let's see. You don't have any runes to charge. Okay.
Oh, nice
If
and
I
it.
Yeah.
if I want
God,
to
man.
do a healing potion, is that a turn? Is that take a whole turn? If I want to give somebody a healing potion.
You can give it to him, but I mean, he's in the middle. He's gonna have to
It'll
be
be
able
his
to
action to take it.
yeah, it'll
Oh,
be
I
able to
see.
receive it. Yeah. So
I see.
he's going Hail Mary, and I mean, next round, I mean, you guys can
I'm
attempt
just
to work that out if you were able to communicate to that to him, and he acted to you. But yeah, it would
I'm just
take a
gonna. Well, okay, I don't know what to do. I'll just hit him with this. I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna hit him with the
frustrating,
sickle
isn't it?
again.
It's frustrating,
Yeah,
isn't it?
kinda.
Welcome to 2E. Yeah, that's just how this edition of the game is. It's just it's meant to be fun, you know. You roll another character if you die. All right, Airwalk, you are lurking in the shadows in this musty hallway. You don't hear anything or see anything different. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Not at this moment. I'm still just ensuring that nothing's gonna creep up on us.
Okay,
I don't
go ahead
need a
and give me
back. I
right.
don't
Go
need a
ahead and give
back
me
attack.
do you have your bow knocked or anything?
Yes, I do.
And strung and knocked. I don't do the string rules. Maybe I will later, but I don't do that. But you have your bow out and
Mhm.
knocked,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
has
knocked to
been
the south.
since the it
All right,
has been
thank you. Yeah,
since.
that's right. You did say that. Yeah. So go ahead and give me an
Yeah,
hit
and
with
you
that.
said that you don't run it, but I said I'm still gonna
You still gonna do
bring
it?
my bow.
You're just gonna do it? Well, that is that. You know the private message you sent me earlier? That
Yeah,
goes in line with that, right?
it totally does.
That totally goes in line with that.
It totally does.
All right. So
And you can play that card on me, and I'm
yeah,
okay
I
with
totally am going to. I Perfect. So
it.
we're this is a great game, man. So Ben Rush, you are up, bloodied and battered and a little bit your morale is a little bit beaten down from this thing. Nothing, like I said, nothing's ever manhandled. Nothing of this size and frail, and it looks frail, right? But it was literally like ragdolling you. You had to use all your strength to hold this thing down.
Well, I am going to light a torch. First opportunity. Shove it into this thing.
You're gonna shove a torch into this thing. Okay. How
Up
are
its
you?
ass.
So where are your torches, buddy? Your torches are back
The
in your
backpack.
bag. Yeah, so you're gonna have to. It's gonna take you an action. You're gonna be moving out of its threat range. It's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you, and you're gonna try to make it back to your
God.
backpack.
Well, no.
Light.
Benrus has his backpack with him, doesn't he? He hasn't dropped his. Has he? Like, Loman dropped
Uh,
his. I don't. Benrus doesn't need to drop his because his
I
strength's
don't
high
know if
enough.
he did or not. So okay, but
He's
regardless,
wrestling with a backpack? Holy shit.
yeah. I thought he dropped his equipment in there in the other room. We could say that he has it on, but realistically speaking, here, I mean, we're talking about this thing swinging at you, and he's gonna go in, take his backpack, go into his backpack, and try to light a torch right within the threat range of the thing when it's swinging at him.
Well,
So
it's
you're gonna
swinging at Zadar, right?
right now it is, yeah.
And I'm not
You can do
leaving the
that. It's up
threat
to you.
range, right?
Mm-mm. For some reason, I thought it was Loman you were talking about. I got confused there for a
Oh
minute. I
no,
thought about
it's
Benros.
Benrus. So he's keeping an eye on it, and he's like
All
bobbing and
you can
weaving.
do whatever you want. You tell
Yeah,
so you want it. So you
he
want to
wants to get
pull.
a torch out.
Okay, it might take a few. It might take a minute, especially to
Yeah,
light it.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, probably takes this round at least.
Well, maybe. I mean, it might. It might. It could take. You could take up to 3 rounds possibly to get that out of there and light it in the middle of combat. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. So you want to light a torch and try to light this guy. You want to literally like. Here's a little fire scarecrow for this guy.
yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and end your turn. You've dropped your backpack and reaching into it. 1 second. Sidar, you are up.
I'm taking the lunge.
Okay. Give me 1 moment before you attack. I need to change something right here.
Sure.
Oh, I love that music, dude. Isn't that cool? It's like it's John Carpenter style.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, 1 sec. What did I do? I just hid that. Sorry. Blah blah. Okay,
Well, I
that's
guess
all right.
Benrus could withdraw and then backpack.
Yeah, you could do that. I'll allow that.
Yeah, so
Um,
we'll just take a
all right.
step
Oh, there you
back,
go.
then do the back. And he's out of
Yep.
the threat range.
Correct. You could do that. That's why I was at. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying
Yeah,
to
no.
hint is that you're trying to you're trying to do something like that right in front of this thing that you had just wrestled with on the floor. It might be a little bit.
Yeah, no,
Just
that's
trying to
fair
help.
enough. No, I appreciate that.
Trying to help a little bit. Like
Yeah.
don't not going out of my way to get you guys killed, but okay, Zadar, go ahead and target the dusty, shitty, zombified creature that just will not die.
Nice.
Oh, you struck it.
Okay.
So I'll tell you where it hit, and you can cinematic me. But you said you lunged forward, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you lunged, the shot landed in the face, in the jaw, actually, of this thing. So, what theatrics me exactly what happened while this is all happening? The light from that torch, and you guys are casting shadows all over the place, and it's really fucking with your head because you just keep your eyes keep going to the different shadows all over the room, and it looks like someone might be coming out of the left or the right, out of your peripheral. It's very disorientating and very nerve wracking. And then, of course, Zadar, what did you do?
Once I see the blades landed in its jaw, I try and swipe as hard to the other side of its face as possible as I release the blade.
Roll damage.
Top one?
What you mean?
Yeah,
Does it have?
Not the.
Oh yeah, don't do the thrown. Do the melee.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Give me a. No, I don't need anything from you. Hold on. That's right. There. That is. I fucked up this thing earlier when I was screwing with it and beefed it up way too much. So I had to adjust it a little bit to what it was originally when you guys left off last game. So you know what? Give me a strength in the tower just for the fuck of it. Give me a strength check. It's from the front, from the main tab. You'll drop the ability in the tower. Oh. Okay, so when you do that, you hear a crack and the thing's jaw dislodges and kind of lolls open like that. So now the thing's mouth is like that and it's like dangling and it fucking pulls the sword up like that. And it takes another shot at you. Actually, I don't know who it's going to shoot at. Let me see who it's going to take a shot at. So clear targets.
Airwalk.
Yeah, it's going to follow arrow. All right, so we'll do
And
it like
runs down
this.
the hallway. That'd be so
Do
funny.
one die 3. That would be fucking hilarious. 1 die 3 clockwise from Loman. Ooh, okay. He's going to take a shot at Loman.
Oh, here we go.
Shit.
Uh,
All right, so for some reason he wheels around. Clear targets, you fucker. For some reason he wheels around. Oh, what am I doing? Why is it on? Why is it? This isn't Loman. It's your turn. I could see. Why is the arrow on
It's still on
the
Zadar.
zombie?
The turn tracker's still on Zadar in the
Yeah,
combat
but
tracker.
the
Am I
arrow.
supposed to end my turn?
Yeah, but the arrow itself is on. Yeah, go
Sorry.
ahead and end your turn.
Okay.
But the arrow's throwing me off because the arrow is actually. Why is the arrow?
Well,
Oh,
because
I
he's
know why.
targeting it, right?
My bad. No, it's because I selected it. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
used to this new combat tracker, dude, that I've been working on, and like it fucked me. So when I select the token, there's like a big fat red arrow on what I have selected. I was
Oh,
looking at
yeah.
that, thinking that was the initiative. Whoa, man, lucky for you, Loman.
Yes,
Okay,
that
Loman, you
is.
are up. That was very lucky for you. Oh, you did a hill.
On Zadar, yeah, that was my declared action.
Okay, that's the healing or cast cure light wounds. Beautiful. I didn't even know you had any more of those left. That's
Just
great.
had
How
one
many?
left.
Oh
I'm
my
out.
God. Give me a little bit of a, okay, Scoot, no problem. Give me a little bit of what happened right there as all this shit you guys are being swung at.
I'm invoking Bervin Wildwander to heal Zadar and give him strength to defeat this abomination.
All right, you know what? I'm glad you brought up your deity because that was the other thing, Pantheons. Pantheons and priests, it's not really as important to druids because they only get those specific spheres to druids.
Yeah.
Like animal, plant, elemental, general, and all. You apparently have picked a deity. You don't have your deity written down though on your sheet. Pick a Greyhawk deity, and then I will tell you what spheres you have access to.
Yeah,
In
so
fact,
it's the gnome deity Bervin Wildwanderer.
a Greyhawk deities, and I'll message all you guys, and you guys can post it in there, and then we'll like update the sheets with it. Oh, there you go. So what I need from you is to look up the spheres that he's allowed to access, which cure light wounds will be on there. I'm sure all of your spells that you have right now, because you're such low level, and they're utility like general spells. I'm sure all of them will be on there, but
Yeah.
just look up what access that he has, what spheres he has access, and then we'll write that down in your sheet so that when you memorize, new priest spells. Plus, another reason why I want you guys to pick your deities is because there's especially in the priest handbook, it's really cool. Like you might get special abilities,
Yeah,
right?
specialty priests. Yeah.
Right, and
Mm.
you might like some can't turn undead, but they get the ability to use like long swords and can like like travel to the elemental plane of earth and shit. They get gifted things from their deity. Um, just let me know what Baravan. That's a Greyhawk one? I've never even heard of that one.
It's one of the gnomish ones. So it's the gnome god.
I like that, man. Yeah, so I'll remind everybody in chat after the game, but I wanted everybody's deity because I have plans to utilize that in the game. I want to start really using that in the game. And like it's like I want to utilize that and alignment and all that shit and kind of bring it all together and kind of use that underpinning mechanic because they really go into great details in classic D&D about that. And I think it could be a really fun subsystem in the background going around, pissing off your deity or pleasing your deity, and getting reward for it. So yeah, you were able to pull this up, reciting the name of your god, and Zadar, you feel this tingly feeling all over your body, and all of a sudden, you feel new life kind of well up in front of you, and your adrenaline, almost like you got a shot of adrenaline.
I wipe some
Just
blood out of my eyes.
Nice.
And I'm not going to move because I don't want the attack.
Yep. Talissa.
Alyssa's going to swing as hard as she can with her sickle and just try to cut this zombie in half.
Okay, go ahead and roll with the Slicko.
Oh, I have to target him. Hold on. Ah, fuck.
So you miss badly and almost decapitate Zadar, but he's able to drop out of the way. Go ahead and end your turn.
Uh,
Dude, are you back? Not back. Okay, Coffer Corpse is going to roll a 1 die 3. Oh, there we go.
oh, God.
Loman
Oh,
did not change your fate at all.
My God,
this'll be bad if he
Okay.
hits me.
I know.
It certainly will. Oh, oh my God, dude. All right. So this thing goes for the killing blow, and it literally comes within a centimeter of decapitating you. Like you literally drop down at the last minute, almost cracking your head open. You had to drop so fast, and you fucking feel that blade just whiz past your head. You were barely. You could if that thing would have connected, you would have been dead. You just know you just avoided death. The adrenaline is just
A
you're
free haircut.
yeah, definitely like wow, dude. Wow. Okay. You guys know the drill. We're at the top of the 6th
Oh my
round.
God.
I am withdrawing.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that's probably
I mean, honestly, I feel like Talissa is gonna withdraw too and just be right behind Zadar to give him a healing potion if he needs it, because she
you're
can't do shit.
You
you're
could.
gonna try to you're gonna try to withdraw, is what you said?
Yeah,
Well, you could
Okay.
maybe pick up my torch and try and.
sure, I could do that.
Because it's behind Zadar, isn't it?
Did we skip Scoot?
Um,
He's at the end of the hall guarding the hall.
Oh, gotcha. I
Yeah,
mean
and
Benris. Did we skip Benris?
No, he was at the
no,
beginning.
he was
Okay,
at the
okay,
beginning
okay. Sorry.
he's pulling out a torch. He's got it out. He's managed to fish it out in the dark um with his dwarven infravision. He's able to get it out.
okay,
And
and
the
did
flint and
he?
steel. It's going to take him it's going to take him this round to light it up. But you know what? I will allow him to light it
Is
and get within contact because the adrenaline's just pumping through him, and I'll allow him to do it this round.
is the torch right here the one that Loman dropped?
The torch, the one that Loman dropped, is right here. It's about
Um,
8.5 feet away from you.
Oh yeah, you'll have to withdraw to get it.
You'll have to withdraw, and if you withdraw, you will not provoke an attack of opportunity, and you can reach down and grab it, but you won't be able to do anything after that.
okay, well that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, go ahead and just do a
Um,
flat initiative.
whoops. Of
It's
course, I
okay.
double clicked it.
Yeah, it's fine. So it'll be
4.
yeah, it's fine. We'll keep it at here. There we go. Fixed. Okay, Zidar. You gonna
Um.
try to dagger him again?
Well, I have a question. Do I feel
Hmm.
like I'm doing more with this
Oh yeah.
mysterious
You,
glowing
Oh
weapon?
yeah, when you hit it this time, it I should have definitely made that clear. When you hit it this time, not only did you dislocate and rip off its jaw, pretty much. I mean, it's hanging, but it let out a terrible groan, and it kind of staggered.
So something about this weapon is
It
effective.
definitely did not like the weapon. It would appear that it did not like this weapon.
Okay.
Either that or it has indigestion or something. I don't know.
um,
So
I briefly look behind me down the hallway to see where the fuck Airwalk is, and then turn around and attack.
So I want to be clear on this. So you are facing something that is like turning your back on this thing might not be a good idea. Just let me put it to you that way.
What, looking over my shoulder?
Looking over your shoulder is just gonna like reveal like this. In order for you to see directly behind you, you're gonna have to kind of turn
Yeah, I'm
a little
not turning
bit.
around. I just look over my shoulder, really.
Okay, peering over your shoulder for like a half a second, you can see the wall, the lit up wall right here because there's torchlight, but you don't see anything in your
Sounds good.
peripheral. Go ahead and roll initiative,
Um,
and I'll roll it for for Scoot because I know what he's doing.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Okay. Okay, we got all initiatives in? It looks like we do. Loman, you are at the top of the stack. Top of the 6th round.
Okay.
Drawing.
Beautiful. What is your movement again, Loman? Remind me.
50 without my backpack.
50. Okay, beautiful. You may withdraw. In fact, when you do this, the thing takes a swing at you. Again, this is just theatrics. You're not really getting an attack or opportunity. It's just for, when I say that sometimes, don't worry. That's all I'm going to bring it up. But it takes a swing at you, but it not in time, and you're able to definitely maneuver out of the way through Talissa and into the hallway while all this ruckus is still going on. And what else were you doing? You have to remind me. You were going to withdraw into the hallway and
That yeah,
what?
that's it. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Go ahead and end your turn. Which will put up our intrepid, totally not insane Grugok.
Oh yeah, I'm calling out for Airwhack. Where are you?
Can I hear him?
You can. Yeah, the acoustics in here. I mean, for one thing, you're not that far away, right? I mean, you're looking at you're 40. You're about 60 feet away, and yes, the acoustics in here do dictate that you hear him clearly. In fact, he's yelling your name out.
I'm shaking my head, thinking, am I seeing anything coming down this hallway?
You don't. It's as quiet as the well. In here, it's besides Loman yelling. In here, it's quiet as the grave, and your keen elvish senses don't sense any movement or anything coming up. But there is you definitely don't like the feel of the south hallway.
Oh, yeah.
You just don't see anything. You just have you just don't like it here. This is something about this place.
He fits, he sits.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull an apple out of my bag, my pouch,
Okay.
and I'm kidding. I don't have an apple.
I thought that would be funny though. You should do
Just-
that. Do you have rations?
Oh my
You should
God.
consume a ration right now.
Yeah, some Latimus bread.
Just kind of sit down and chill out and eat.
I think
No.
you should.
Or Latimus bread.
I'm staying on guard.
Okay.
God.
All right, Zidar, you are up. You have Loman targeted, so clear target on him.
Yep.
Go. I don't know why it's got him. There you go. Okay, that was me, man. There we go. Go ahead and target your target.
I go
So,
one-handed with the dagger on this one.
okay.
Finish him.
Oh, I thought I was targeted. How about now? Are we
There
good?
you go.
Yeah, now you're good.
Oh my
think so.
God. Okay, so this one lands in the forehead, man. What yeah, so roll damage.
Damn, headshot. Mm.
Oh my God. I'm gonna give it to you, dude. I'm gonna give it to you because here. So actually give me no, I'm not gonna give it to you. That you definitely this thing's hurt, okay? Its jaw's hanging off. The dagger is stuck in the forehead. And what do? It's you have it jabbed in there. What do you do?
It's like stuck.
Well, you sunk it in deep. Do you pull it? You're gonna try to pull it out.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm just theatricing. So like you lunged forward, you stuck it in its fucking head. It let out this horrible yawning mouth at the jaw hanging, and you got the dagger in the fucking head, and it definitely staggered back and looks. You could just see the power drain out of this thing's, like, before, where it was moving around and just quick, and you could just see the power kind of leak, and it drops the sword.
Ooh.
Sword drops
Oh.
and hits the floor with a clank.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Does that conclude your action?
Unless I can yell at Talissa to get the sword,
You can totally do those. Are free actions, dude. You can do
or I just say, somebody grab it.
yeah, you can totally do things like that. When it comes to free actions, some free actions is like, you could take up to, one, maybe two, maybe even five. If you're just yelling commands the whole round, those are all free. So,
But
there's
the
other
dagger
things.
the dagger's free
The dagger is free. It was
from its.
my only point is that you stuck it in its forehead so deep, it
Gotcha.
took a little bit of effort to pull it back out.
Cool. End my turn.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Nice shot.
You guys got, you guys got
Yeah,
lucky.
that was good.
Very lucky. Talissa.
Okay, well, Talissa was going to go withdraw and pick up this torch back here.
Mm-hmm.
But if the sword that the zombie dropped is close for enough for her to grab, then she will try to do
It's
that.
over here.
Oh.
You can work your way around the back. I will allow you to do that. What were you going to do? You were going to grab the torch? Who were you going to grab the torch from?
The torch that was
So
that Lily dropped
dropped.
earlier.
Yeah, you can totally. You saw that this was such a fantastic blow that you saw him land in the head and it staggered, and you definitely saw or heard, at least you saw the sword fly out of the hand, and then you heard it clank down somewhere over there in between the pews, but you can't see it. But it definitely dropped over there. If you would like to maneuver over there, you can.
Benro says, I'll get it.
Oh.
So you guys are communicating with each other that you're going to try to grab the sword. When Zadar said grab the sword, everybody's going for the sword. Okay. You want to try to maneuver over there? You can either try to maneuver around him from the back, or you can try to do what you're doing right there. Which way would you like to do it, sweetie?
Well, would it be better for me to go around the back so he's not?
It's up to you.
I was gonna just go through here and then leap over this pew and grab it.
Okay, go ahead and move up over the pew. All right, can you give me a dex in the tower, please? It's not for what you think it is.
Gonna end up being a scene from Indiana Jones with the swords flying all over the room and no one can grab it.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, Talissa,
Nailed it.
you run and jump up onto the pew. Your boot catches the top of the pew and you go flying head first and
Oh
over the
no.
edge of that and fucking land, but in the dark. It's all dark right there. There's no light hitting there at all. So you flew over into the dark, landed on the floor, but when you landed on something hard that feels like a hilt in the dark. But
I
it hurt.
grabbed the
You're
hilt.
hurt. It knocked the wind out of you, and you're done for this round. You literally trying to jump over that thing in the dark. Your foot caught, and you just fucking slammed in the dark. You're lucky you didn't crack your head open on the other pew in front of that. There's only like a 4-foot gap in between these rows of pews. So they're
And
becoming
I
quite
can't.
the annoyance in this combat. What?
So my hand is on the hilt of what I think is the
No,
sword. I
you
can't.
landed. No, it's
Said
pitch
your butt
dark.
Oh.
is on the hill.
You landed. You feel like you're laying on it, like it's across
Oh,
your
okay.
chest, your abdomen, like that. You feel like you're laying on something that feels like it could be a sword, right? You feel like the shape of it.
Okay.
Could be a cat. You don't know. It's pitch dark. Okay, so all right. So Zadar, this thing kind of it's staggered back, but now it kind of rushes forward at you. And it takes a swipe with it's got these these bony arms come swiping at you, and it tries to grab you by the throat.
But
And hits. Oh.
dude,
Oh no.
So it
Holy
runs
shit!
so it runs
By
forward.
9.
Yeah, it runs forward. It runs forward and literally rakes you across the face with claws, and you just see black. Everything just goes black. The dagger has hit the floor. Benros,
Where am I in lighting the torch?
you have it lit. You have it out, and it's lit right now. You just lit it.
I'm gonna jab it into this.
Okay. How exactly are you jabbing it into this thing? I mean, there's no
In its
cavities.
mouth. That
With
gaping
jaw?
jaw that Zadar ripped open.
Okay, give me a Thaco, please.
Okay.
Against the target, of course. Okay, so it does land in the mouth and drops out to the floor. What am I doing? Lands in the mouth and drops out to the floor.
Oh shit.
Is there anything else you'd like to try to do? Nothing caught fire. Zadar. Welcome to 2E, Tommy. It's fucking brutal. Yeah. I had a good point I was gonna make earlier about the game, and then it left my head as soon as I fucking thought of it.
I think that's all
Okay.
I have.
Okay, so you're gonna end it on that. Okay, so coffer corpse. Okay, so Zadar, you don't know what you are. You're black. Talissa, Loman, everybody, intentions, initiative.
I'm gonna try and stabilize Zadar.
Okay. Better be quick.
Yeah. What would a healing potion help him at this point? I don't know how that works. The
You would have to
stabilization.
dump it down his throat in the middle of combat, which will be I'll resolve that for you or tell you how to
Okay,
resolve that,
but
but you would
uh,
definitely have to like hold it and pour it into his mouth.
can I just grab the his whatever
And
that
it's only
dagger
going to
that
put him to 1 too. What? You could try to grab the dagger, and remember also that you're laying on top of something which you assume was the weapon that this thing dropped.
Okay, I'm gonna just grab whatever is beneath me, whether it be sword or cat, and wield that
Okay.
Cat.
and try to
it
Yeah.
try to
purred.
hit him.
All right. So
Bird.
Talissa, you're in the dark. You're doing one of the. What are you doing?
I'm feeling around beneath. I'm feeling around beneath
All right.
my
Immediately you feel the hilt of
abdomen.
this thing. Immediately you feel the hilt of this thing in the dark. You still have the wind knocked out of you, but immediately you feel it. Okay.
All right.
Who else needs to roll initiative? Zadar, I'm gonna keep you at 99.
I just roll regular initiative.
Are you
Then
trying to
I'm gonna attack.
what
Then I'm
with the
gonna
longsword? You're gonna try to
yeah.
pick this thing up and wield it? Okay, so let me do this for you. Yeah, speaking of that, let me do
Or
this.
you could hand it to Benros.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I
He
would
might
make
be
you guys
more.
make up your mind quicker, but I have to do something right now with the actual item, which I think I'll just do this.
Benros is saying, "Where's that sword?"
There we
Yeah, I'm
go.
gonna.
Oh, conveniently I had one
That's what I'm
for
gonna do.
this.
I'm gonna
All right,
I'm gonna pick up the sword, lean over the pew, and
toss it to
hand it to
him.
Benner's. Well, hand it to him. I'm close enough. I can hand it to him.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it in his bag. 1 second.
So should Benros do a flat in it?
Oops. Try to do it.
Yes, Benrus is gonna do a flat in it, and then actually what he's gonna do is add he is going to add, if I can find the goddamn weapon speed. He's going to add 4. So roll an init and add 4 to it and tell me what that is. And let me drop this in your inventory. Glowing. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that this is. Okay, that's perfect. All right. Would you? Okay, perfect. Oh wow, great
Yes.
initiative, man.
Yeah, lucked
Wow,
out on
what
that
the
one.
fuck?
I
Oh my god, dude, that was wow, dude.
think that's a clutch, isn't it? There.
That was crazy. I can't even believe what I just saw, dude. He never and Roger never gets good initiative too. That's crazy. Arawak, same thing as before or anything different?
Well, I keep hearing the little guy freaking hollering my
Uh-huh.
name over and
Yeah,
over again. I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck is with this guy? Why does can he not figure it out that I'm watching our backs? I'm thinking to
Mhm,
myself. So I'm gonna creep back down here
mhm.
to the end of the hallway and be like, dude, I'm watching our backs. Shut the
What do
fuck
you
up.
want? Well, it's gonna take you a little bit of time. Yeah. So the whole round you're gonna be moving up, and then by the time it's half resolved, it'll get to that. I'll tell you when you get up to talk to him.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
it's gonna
fuck,
happen.
man.
All right. So you start moving now. Actually, it happens fairly quickly. You're able to. You kind of. I guess you're annoyed. Were you annoyed? You're
I'm
annoyed by
very
it?
fucking annoyed,
Yeah,
man.
so you're annoyed and you can get up there and what you see when you come around the corner is you see the human that you just met that I don't think well, does Airwalk really give a shit about Zadar?
Eric, Airwalk gives 2 fucks about Zidar.
So the human that you give
Likewise.
the human that you give 2 fucks about, you see face down. You also see what appears to be maybe a skeleton. I mean, they're like everybody's shifting around in front and around, but you think it's either a mummy or a skeleton, some type of undead. You can see that a longsword is kind of the edge of the longsword, the actual blade is kind of popping out from beyond the door, but you don't see who's wielding it and you see the gnome facing you standing in the hall. Is
Say
there anything else?
we're dying here, man. We could use some help. Forget about what.
Is there any chance in the world that I can get a shot off, seeing that I do have my bow
Yeah.
strung?
Yep.
I'm going to
I'll let
expect
you
that
do
it'll
it.
be at the end of the round.
Yep. So what you're gonna do is you delay it, and I'll let you do it without a negative too. I mean, it depends on who shifts around. See, this is the thing with me with shooting into melee. It's one thing when they're all up close, but it's another thing when there's people like shifting around the targets. So
Well,
I don't
everybody's
know.
off to the side, and I
Yeah,
can't even
everybody's
see
off
them.
to
That
the
seems like
side
the
right now.
clearest shot ever. Yeah.
Everybody's off to the side right now. I'm saying if the situation
And so
changes,
as I
I'll.
come around the corner, I actually do not say anything to Loman because I see what's going on,
All right,
and
so
I
you
figure in
retcon
my
it.
mind,
Yeah, you
I'm
retcon
thinking
it.
in my mind that we're gonna have a conversation when this is over, me and Loman,
Oh
about
my God,
about
you're in trouble, Loman.
about how to communicate a need for me because you're in danger or you're just missing me.
Well, I would think it's safe to assume that the gnome probably isn't missing you so much as they really
I don't
need
know.
your.
I
Yeah,
think we should let Loman determine if he's missing
I.
me or
Yeah,
not.
Loman, do you
Not
miss
the
him?
DM.
I think Loman, do you think he misses or you miss him? Do you miss him, Loman? He
Yes,
doesn't
I
know how
miss
to
him.
answer that. Okay, he doesn't know how
See?
to answer that. It's so, oh my God. I wish this music, let me, 1 second, guys. I want to do something so we can
Oh
get the
shit.
epic conclusion here. The
Oh,
epic conclusion of our game, which
no.
has been surprisingly fun here.
I'm sorry. This is fun.
Oh, it's always fun. I love this group.
I love laughing.
Yeah.
After an hour and a half of getting my ass fucking choked out and To come home to be able to laugh is such a good thing.
Oh yeah.
It's always a good thing. Laughter is the best medicine, man. All right, so we got a little bit of music here. Should have had this on. You guys hear that okay?
Yep.
Super loud. What the heck?
Turn it down on the actual, you know how to do it.
On Discord, yeah.
Turn it. Yeah, turn it down to like
Yeah,
10.
for me, it's not that loud because I have it adjusted locally for mine, you know? Like I turn it down to
Yeah.
like 25%.
Yeah.
Talissa, you're
Nice.
up. You've handed the
Alright.
weapon off to Benrus.
Yeah, is it heavy? Is it kind of heavy or is it
No, no, you can
it's light?
easily pass that over, and he's got infravision, and he can easily see it. He grabs it, eagerly grabs it, I
Also,
might
there's no
say.
torch lit up here.
No, there's a torch lit right here on the floor, dropped on the floor.
Oh,
Use
shit.
this use this Benris.
Yeah, so your eyes are gonna have to take a minute to adjust, but I'll still let you take the shot, man. Just take it out of -2.
Okay.
I'm still gonna, yeah, that rule gets cumbersome at times, and I gotta kill this sound because
Hey, when a rule rolls in my favor, I'm never ever gonna deny it.
it just sometimes I find that rule it's cool in theory, but in practice it can sometimes be extremely cumbersome.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kill this right here one sec, because that Sirenscape, I'm not gonna use the I'm gonna download the music locally or not at all. I might even just do now that we use Kenku, I can pipe YouTube through there. So
That's the shit right there.
yeah, Kenku's great. So I'm gonna just put on some like ambience because that was driving me nuts. The popping and cracking. It's like I'm playing one song, dude, and their web player can't handle one song without popping and cracking.
Yeah.
Benrus is excited to use
Try
its
to use
own
the
weapon
first
against
half,
it.
Ben, well, it's not he's not proficient. He's proficient in Bastard Sword, I believe. Let me
Yeah.
see.
No. Gonna swing at this thing.
Why does he have? Why isn't he getting any type of penalty at all? Oh,
Well,
because
he
of
is.
his high
He's got
strength.
strength. His
Yeah,
strength
he's got an
counteracts it.
incredible strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it counteracted. Okay,
That's cool.
Benrus.
Can Talissa roll under the pew before she ended her?
She can attempt.
Oh, it
Yes. One
hits.
sec. Yeah, 1 second,
Nice.
Benrus.
That's probably
Yeah,
too late.
What are you trying to do, Laura?
I was just trying to hide.
You're trying to hide. You could do more than that, sweetie, because all you did really is pick up the weapon. Well, you to get it up from prone, but you could still move half. You got it from prone, cutting your movement in half from that for standing up. You handed the weapon off. Was there anything else that you would like to do? I will allow a little bit of a retcon. Would you like to maneuver anywhere else?
Hide behind the end of this pew.
You can do that.
Thank you.
Okay, Ben Russ, go ahead. You roll. Okay, roll damage, Ben. Make sure you target him. You guys got so fucking lucky, dude.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my
Oh no.
god. Yeah. So
Just
yeah,
enough. Oh,
just
it was.
enough, dude. Hey, you want to hear the worst part? Is well, I'll tell you later. All right. So what happened? Just tell me what happened there, Dwayne.
So
With
Benrus
Benrus.
just takes a mighty swing overhanded and slices it through the skull and cleaves
You
down
take.
into the chest.
So he had it in one hand, and then he went like that and caught it with two hands, and then
Yeah.
brought it down on the head.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, ah,
Because he's used to using his bastard sword two-handed, so
yeah.
he's
So he used it like a bastard sword.
yeah.
Brilliant, man. I love that, dude. All right, wait 1 second.
Roger's gonna love that shit.
Yeah, he is. I hope he's all right, man. We miss you, Roger. He'll be back.
But yeah.
I asked my brother if he wanted to play tonight, but he didn't text me back. Dumb fuck. I have to.
Brotherly
He
love.
probably got home late. He's you know. All right, Benrus. The thing. So the glowing weapon. It. Well, before this happened, as soon as she handed it to you, the first swing you took, you could tell this thing was just perfectly balanced. It just felt perfectly balanced in your hand. Despite even not being proficient in it, you could tell that it was of high quality. It just felt good. The balance of the sword just felt good. Everything about it when you swung it just felt lighter. You know it's a good weapon. You know your weapons. You know it's a good weapon. Loman. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there anything else you'd like to do, dude?
No,
Like a
that
free
was it.
action?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, he's
Loman.
he's gonna yell in triumph, taking
Okay,
that
so
thing
he
out.
yells out in triumph. All right.
Mhm.
All right. So Loman, you are up.
Moving up and tending Zadar's wounds.
Okay, you got lucky that you know how I am with this in combat. This is technically out of combat, so just I'll allow you to do it, but what I want you to do though is I believe you have healing proficiency, correct?
I don't know if I do actually. Let me see.
Let's see.
Yeah, I do
You do.
actually. Yes.
You do. Give me that in the tower, please.
What are we still in combat with?
You're not. I'm saying you're lucky you're not. Ooh, that was
Oh,
nice.
oh, oh.
Yeah, I shared that roll with you.
Oh.
So, yeah. So you can see that the human is badly wounded, like mortally wounded in the face. This thing caught him in the jugular vein, but there's hope for you to actually, I mean, it didn't full on, it's not something that can't be mended, but he was definitely hurt bad. Let me rephrase that. Um,
I'm gonna need a new profile picture.
yeah, you're definitely scarred, and that's I'm glad you brought that up because that's what I'm thinking. Like you're actually damaged you're actually scarred. It raked you across the face, two really deep gashes across the face like that, and one in the neck right here. It was really deep. You're bleeding profusely from the neck. It's actually worse bleeding from the neck. But Loman, just in the nick of time, you could tell that this thing that he would have been dead in moments if you hadn't have gotten and helped. And by your skill with healing, you were able to stabilize him by by the grace of
Fairven
say your
Wild
god.
Wanderer.
Correct. So that will put him,
At 1 hit point.
yeah, that'll put him at
And
one hit point, but he's
Talissa
definitely,
has the healing potion. Can she give that to him now?
she can, but let me fix him really quick.
Okay. See.
Wait to move. Let me just fix him quick. It's funny when you use Death's Door and it still does the RIP, but he was at literally at -9. Okay, so uh, man, you got whacked, dude.
Yeah, that would have been an insta kill on me.
12
yeah.
and 14.
Oh yeah, that would
Yeah,
have
dude.
totally been an insta kill for sure. Why am I
That
having
sword
such
is like, who gets the sword?
a?
I guess
I'll just.
Benris.
I don't like again. This thing, I'll just with it's not metagaming. I'll just say it again about this thing. This thing was extraordinarily powerful. Like
Yeah.
it did. You fought zombies before. Most of you have. Actually, all of you have fought or seen zombies before, and this thing did not behave and did not display the attributes of your typical zombie, but it is virtually indistinguishable from one apart from it being kind of drier looking, you know? Not as decay looking, I guess. I know
Hmm.
that's not a word, but
I convinced us all to leave the frying pan and hop in the
Ah,
fire.
yeah. So
Mhm.
we don't need to move around right now. I'm gonna actually unlock it, but you don't really need to move. You can just tell me what you're trying to do. Laura, you wanted to administer the healing potion to him.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second. Where the hell is my time? The fuck did my timer go? Oh, here it is. Really mad. Okay, so you can do that. Go ahead and you can either roll it and then drag and drop it on him, or just target him and then roll the effect. And
Okay.
if it's not set up correctly, just let me know and we can do it manually. We'll just roll. What is
Okay, so
regular use
this
of
may
cure light
help.
wound potion? Cure. Nice. No, oh my God, great
Damn.
roll. Yeah. So explain to me what just happened, Zadar and Talissa. You gave him the potion, but any role play ish theatrics going on there?
I gargle some blood
Mm-hmm.
and fucking eyes roll back into my peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
Don't spit out that potion with your that blood that you just gargled. Swallow.
So it has like this it's a strange flavor. These cure potions that it like tingles almost like it's carbonated, and almost immediately, like when it goes down your throat, you can just feel like vitality like coursing through your body. It's a really bizarre feeling. In fact, when some people have cast spells at you in the past that you thought you were either a dead man, you could feel it tingling through your body, like you knew some type of a magic had hit you, but nothing happened. This is that same type of feeling. You can just feel the tingly feeling. Something's happening and it's instant like that. Loman, anything you're doing?
I'm gonna look around in this room.
Okay, 1 second. Let me kill the combat here. And then
The
I'll
Dar also sees the blade in Benris's hand and starts feeling like immediately ashamed that he wasn't the one to do it.
dude,
Ben,
I'm just gonna tell you, Tommy, you had it 1 hit point away from dropping it. You got so unlucky, dude. Like you literally rolled a one. If you would have rolled one more point of damage, you would have dropped it. And then it like virtually killed you the next shot. Welcome to AD&D.
That's not enough for Zadar.
Benrus says, "Well, do you want to do the honors and dismember it?" and hands the sword to you.
Yeah, true. Okay, initiative is cleared. I'm gonna leave it on there for now, like that. So, light situation. Loman, you're kind of walking into the dark. We didn't drop your torch
Oh
when
yeah,
we were
so
out
I'll
in the
go
hall,
back
so
and
you're gonna
pick
pick
up.
it up.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
go
so you now.
around.
All right, so Loman, what you see, what you all can see now because of the light, is you can see what looks to either be a dais or an altar at the end. You can see two statues here. Both are of what appears to be some hooded old stage, kind of similar face to the statue that you saw in the brazier room.
Oh,
You just
Ralashaz.
you think so? Yeah, maybe it's him. Um, you just stepped into about like 5 feet thick of cobwebs, and they're all over your face when you went into that corner right there. So just like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, you just walked through like just a curtain of cobwebs. You can see that on this table there is what appears to be another broken jar or urn and a bunch of ash that is kind of spewed around at the table. And apart from that, there's nothing really of note that you can see in the torchlight other than just, more pews and rubble. And yeah, you don't see anything else out of the ordinary in here. And with that being said, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I can hear you, so you can go ahead and like RP and tell me what you want to do and stuff. I can hear you.
Look around in the urns and the different containers we saw, the ones that haven't been busted open by the wrestling.
Omen,
What, Airwalk?
what the hell is the problem?
Problem is we were dying here, and you were
To a
AWOL.
zombie?
Wasn't just a normal zombie. We couldn't hurt it.
Well,
I had to like go into my pack and get something special. And then one Zadar was able to get it to drop its weapon, and that's what Benrus had to use to finish it. Seems like it's only susceptible to damage by enchanted weapons.
I'm going back to watch that door down there to the south.
Okay,
I don't
it's
like it.
fine.
This place is fucked up.
Yeah, I think we
Fucked up
we
bad.
might have to get out of here soon.
I smack Loman in the ass with the flat part of the glowing blade.
Ah!
Hey, what's that for?
Oh my
Thanks for the life
god.
save.
I love it, man. Talissa, what are you doing?
looks
just
like
got caught.
looks like you two are pretty close.
Oh my god.
And as I walk away,
Yeah,
going back to
Loman.
posting, watching that south door, dude. I do not like that fucking south door.
Okay. It's noted. Loman, you are literally walking through like
Cobweb City.
like you are completely, you look like a sheet ghost. You're completely covered. You're flammable, actually. So you're carrying your torch, right? All right, so what you smell, you just smell the cobwebs as they're incinerated. So yeah, so you're carrying your torch. So you're able to like burn a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
these things
burning
up
my way through them. Yeah.
as you go. Okay, but you're still covered in cobwebs, dude.
Yes.
Like you're still you're covered in cobwebs. Talissa, you are covered in cobwebs. Benrus calls his dog up to Hill next to him. So Shadow comes in. He calls him up.
So this is looking under each pew. He wants to
Sorry.
just see if there's anything under these pews.
So before you guys tracked all over the place, you did notice that this room looked like it hadn't been in a very long time. And the way that you distinguish that is in the parts that you hadn't already trampled over in the corners and up by the dais. It's just, there's only a single set of footprints, human-sized footprints. Everything else is like an inch thick of dust.
Mm.
Anything else on this?
And as far as the urns, you had asked about the urns.
Yes.
There's a pleasant kind of sweet herb smell coming from some of them when there's a bunch of like dried leaves, different types of dried leaves and herbs inside of them,
Oh.
but you don't really know what they are. And then, as I said, there is an urn on the table that is cracked open, and a bunch of ash is laying out all over the table.
Talissa would like to collect some of those dried leaves.
Okay. So what you're gonna want to do is in your inventory add a custom item that just says like, just say dried leaves / herbs.
Okay.
Temple of, and then Temple of Ralashaz or whatever from Temple. Put it in your backpack so that we know.
Okay.
Maybe like even leave a little note on the description of it. So you give it a name, but you can actually, I'll help you with it. You can actually put a little bit more info on it inside Dungeon Master Notes. I can put that in there for you.
Okay.
So to remind you, so the brooch, you have that silver brooch and you're actually wearing it around your neck, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I am wearing it. Is there
You also
anything
have,
going on with that brooch?
no, I'm just asking if you're wearing it. You're also wearing Misha's ring, which wouldn't be, I'm looking at your inventory. You're also wearing a ring, which you'd be wearing. It wouldn't be in your belt pouch. Because I remember you and I talked about this.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. And then where did you put the herbs? I'm sorry, I'm just there you go.
In my
Dry.
backpack.
Okay, beautiful. That's perfect. I like, I just like to make sure everybody's keeping track of their
Yeah.
shit in their inventory. It's
Oh yeah,
nice.
now I pick up my backpack too.
There you go. See, you know the drill. Airwalk, you don't, again, you just got a bad feeling. You sense that the direction you're staring into, Benaros, uh, or you sense the direction that you're facing right now is north. So the orientation of the map is literally what Benaros you think you are positioned and oriented at. The map represents like, true north. But he doesn't feel like um, transversing through here. He doesn't feel like when they were in the hall, like he's passing down any type of a grade or a slope. It's actually pretty level. And the same thing with you, Loman. It doesn't feel like it feels like it's kind of this whole sub level is kind of leveled out. You don't feel like you're going any deeper.
Well, guys, what do you think? Should we head back and rest? Because we're pretty tapped out.
What I should say
Yeah.
too is that despite the fact that you have been brought up to semi-health, Zadar, you do not feel in fighting shape at all. And with that being said, I'm not encouraging you to go rest. I'm just saying you don't feel very fight shape worthy. So I would need to do one thing if you give me a moment. I made these from the DMG from the Wilderness Survival Guide, so
I feel like I should have had a healing potion in my inventory, but I maybe just dropped the ball last time we went to town and forgot to exchange gold for one.
no, there is nobody that's selling those in town.
Okay.
And yeah,
That
and
was from before they even met me then.
yeah, you were kidnapped at night and you didn't really have much on you to begin
Yeah,
but
yeah.
surprisingly they didn't take anything from you. It's like, like yeah. Okay, there we go. You definitely feel fatigued. And if you look on your sheet, don't be surprised when you notice that your stats have all dropped significantly. Um Attack damage save -2 con across the bar. Okay. All right. What else? Loman, you're covered. You grabbed your backpack and your torch. Talissa, anything else you were doing?
Um. Hmm. No, I just say to Loman, oh, that was a close call. Maybe we should get out of here. Like I agree. We should get out of here.
Yeah. Go back and rest. The dart doesn't look very steady. Alive.
Yeah. He looks kind of ashen faced.
I smile at you as I drool some blood.
Yeah, let's
Um,
let's head back. If there
where
been any
exactly are you gonna head?
to the
Ways to
I don't.
go.
I don't even remember. Do you, Loman?
to
Oh, shit.
the end is what our destination is. Direction
Well,
is.
to get to the end, you're gonna have to transverse back up the mud tunnels or into the mud tunnels, and yeah. So
Oh, I remember now.
You guys are
The
crazy.
the back and
Wanting to
forth.
head back.
Maybe we could find a room, a safe room, or maybe we
Why
could.
don't you just
Oz,
why don't we just board this room up that you guys killed this zombie in that almost killed you guys?
Yeah, we could lay on the pews to sleep.
Let's investigate it really well.
you actually have some of you do have some blankets in your backpack, I believe. Maybe even a bedroll. We can check that. But let me give me one moment to do something, and don't move. Just pause in the room that you're at, and
Yep.
I just need to finish one thing. And so when I'm doing stuff like this, I want to give you guys like 100% of my attention, but sometimes I have to just manage the UI really quick. So give me a moment.
Take your time.
Yep.
Thank you, Scoot.
What about the room with the brazier in it?
Too exposed.
Yeah.
And I don't trust that head in there. That thing might wake up and try and eat us.
So weird. I didn't
You
even
see
notice.
these? You see all these words on these walls?
There we go.
What the hell is this?
Here, let me take a look.
You just walk past like writings all over the place. Look at it.
Okay, I'll look
Where
at
are
it.
you guys? Where are you guys?
No,
Okay.
look at it. Like, look at it. Do you feel that?
On.
You feel that, don't you?
I don't know.
Loman,
Yes,
what are you
you
looking
do.
at?
I'm looking at the writing that Airwalk's indicating.
Okay, do you have any type of skills that are pertinent to the situation, or do you, or I can
Um,
tell you, you know what? I can tell you that they are kind of disturbing to look at. They're oddly disturbing to look at. You can't put
Feel
your
that,
finger out
Loman?
on you can't put your finger on why, but just something about this writing that you don't like. It kind of feels like, how do I put this? Like it would, for lack of a better description, like it was written by a fucking madman.
yeah, well, it would fit with Relishaz and his the insanity aspect.
You do have well, check your sheet. I believe you have read languages, correct? Oh, you have a 0 on that.
Yes, I have a 0.
You can give me a gnome. You can give me a, and this is gonna just be as part of your backstory. Give me a wisdom
They're
in the
coming to
tower,
take me
please.
away, haha. They're coming to take me
Take me
away,
away,
ho
Dr.
ho, hee
Doolittle,
hee,
man.
haha. To the funny
My
farm
dad,
where
my
life can
dad used to
be.
sing that song all the time, man. It's crazy. He used to do that. Oh, okay. So Loman, you definitely have seen this before. You don't know what it is or how to read it, but you have seen this a long time ago when in your youth. You actually came across a temple, erected to Ralashaz in the city of Hook Hill, and um, you notice that they had this type of writing on dice. They had pairs of dice,
Huh.
and there some of these symbols were on the dice, and it never left your head. So that's all you can glean from that
Hmm.
about the writing. You have no idea what they say, but it does conjure up memories of encountering some of the acolytes of Ralashaz and some of their paraphernalia,
Hmm.
as it were.
Yeah, so I tell Airwalk, yeah, it's Relishaz. The, the head and the writings. There's
You guys
also
need to.
more statues in the where we fought that tough zombie.
I want out of
So,
here.
Yeah.
so you know that Ralashaz is the god of chance, ill luck, misfortune, and insanity. His holy symbol is composed of 3 sticks of bones. That's one thing that you guys had gleaned um, last time. And if you give me one moment, I will send you something neat. Campaign data tonight. So I thought for sure that I know what I'm doing wrong here. Images.
You know,
Yeah,
the brazier room, we can lock 2 of the doors, so there would just be one entrance that would be unlocked.
It's that head.
Yeah. Well, there's an altar in the room where we fought that zombie, so sure that's
Is there a
they say.
head?
Well, there's statues, I think, to the same
Is there
god.
a head with a big mouth?
No, there's not a giant head, but there's other icons.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Wait, and that one was lockable from the inside.
Which one?
Which one
The
are you
one we
referring
just
to?
fought in.
Oh, was it?
Isn't that what you were talking about? Or no?
No, this one
we
was
should
lockable
check.
from the outside.
From the outside, okay.
From the outside.
We can't go in there and lock it. Is it what you're saying?
Wait,
Right.
what?
Can't lock ourselves in there, no.
That room was a prison.
Yes.
For that creature, probably. Pretty
Place is
pretty
insanity.
dangerous.
You demi-humans and your crazy things that you do.
Yeah, a lot of things, even to the people who aren't insane, it would seem insane in this place. There's a lot of things that don't make logical sense, or at least appear at first glance not to make any sense or have any rhyme or reason.
Well, we should vote on which room we want to camp out in. I know Arwak is dead set against the
The
room
head
with
room.
the head and the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but can we
We can
lock the
solve it with a
doors
vote.
to
We
keep?
can solve it with a vote or a dice roll, guys.
Well, in
Make up
that
your
room,
mind.
are we able to lock the doors so nobody can come in there?
What room? The room to the north?
No, the head.
No, because it only locks from the
No.
outside.
Mm.
There is options you guys have.
Can we lock ourselves
If
into
you
this
want to secure
passageway?
yourself, I mean, you have multiple options. You just need to be creative. But make
How
up
do
your
those
mind.
doors to the chapel open? They swing in or out?
They swing in.
Spike them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that one of you has pitons. I could do a party search, but you guys search your inventory and tell me who has pitons or anything that can, if you don't have pitons,
We can
I'll
move
rule that you
the
guys can
benches.
improvise. Yeah, you can improvise. They're stone, but you could move them.
Oh,
You can move them. They're heavy as shit, but you'll be able to move
well,
them.
that's good because then it'll definitely keep
As a
the door
team, you'll be
closed.
able to move them. Yeah, as a group, you'll be able to move them.
Okay, so the DM is all for us in this room, so I think maybe we should sleep in the head room.
I've been completely out of that conversation. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find something that disappeared. It disappeared in my images. It's bizarre. It was in here and I had it organized in here, but it's just all of a sudden it's just MIA. So fuck it. I give up here.
Mm.
Um, don't you love when that happens, Scoot? Like when you have it and it's like,
Yes.
and then all of a
Pisses me
sudden
the
it's
fuck
not
off.
there.
Yeah.
There's your buddy. I wanted to do that for the stream.
Huh.
So, and then we can get the
Nice.
silent
Is
hallway
that a
again.
gnome?
No, that's Ralshaz himself.
Is
So,
Relish as a gnome?
no, he can appear as a beautiful woman. He can appear as an old man. Loman, you know this, and
Oh,
you could relate this. I don't
no.
want to give it
He's
away.
a gender bender.
He's a gender bending. Well, he's a god. He's a greater deity. He's a greater deity. In fact,
Is he
like
doing
he's
story
above
time,
he's
story
above
hour shit?
Eus. In fact, he's a greater deity of Greyhawk.
Yeah.
So, I
It's
think
probably
that.
more powerful than my god too.
Oh yeah, he's definitely like. And then here's the headroom. More time. Bothers me because I hope that when I'm creating these image records, it's not actually going and and putting them all over the place like I hate, you know? You know how you have to select in the drop down where you want them to land when you create it?
Yes.
Yep. I always just
That's
let it
so
go
fucking
uncategorized
annoying.
and then just set
I
my thing
know,
at
I'm getting to that
uncategorized and then just
I know I'm getting to
sort them
that
when I'm
point,
done.
dude. Yeah, I'm getting to that point where I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I didn't prep this time, and honestly, I'm well. My prep now consists of bullet points. It's just I run the game so much better when I do it that way. I'm just gonna do it that way from now on. Too
I
flexible
like that.
to be over prepped. I mean, it's too dynamic to be over prepped. I think we're gonna call it there, guys. We're at 9.
Okay.
But before we do, and it was great. It was a great session. The consensus is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys would like to bar yourself into the temple room and recuperate the best you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
Airwalk, get your ass in
near
here.
Nate? Does it feel to me as if it's time to rest?
It feels like it's well, for one thing, it's late. What is hold on.
It's I see
I
what
need to
time it is, but I
No, I
want to
know,
know.
no, I know. I'm trying to remember what calendar date we had set. So it's reaping. So right now, it definitely feels like it's very late afternoon, probably close to, sun is going to be setting soon. Whether
Okay.
or not that's when Airwalk goes to bed, I don't know. I'm just
Well,
telling
I
you,
just mean as far as is his natural circadian rhythm. How does he feel?
he feels awake and ready to go still.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the end of this hallway and try. No, I'm kidding.
Such a fucking pain in the. Hey, that first message.
That was to troll the whole party.
No, no, no. That first message you sent me tonight, dude. Like that's it. That
It is
explains everything.
everything.
Loman, you better get your ass in there. They're
Hi,
gonna pull the
Loman.
doors.
I'm
Someone
gonna
pull.
drag the corpse of that zombie out to the hallway.
Yeah, we don't want
Oh,
it in
I
here
was
with
waiting
us.
for somebody to fucking say that. I was like, you guys just gonna leave it there? Because I'm not gonna hold your
No,
hand with
burn
this shit,
it.
man. If it gets up
Burn
in the
it.
middle of the night,
Burn it.
Yeah.
Brazier.
you guys are gonna take it to the brazier and burn it. Is that
Yeah.
what you guys want to do?
Yeah,
And
that's a good idea.
then we can throw its ashes into the mouth.
All right, so oh my God, Zelda.
Maybe you
Does that
don't.
sound like does,
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
does that sound that might do something,
So
right?
here,
Right?
let me. So,
Or
all
shakes
right,
his.
Maybe.
who's dragging it out there? Who's
Bagrush.
dragging it out?
I
I'm
just
helping.
dragged it outside the gate.
Darewalk is definitely helping.
All right, so
Drag
the
it out.
three of you managed to get it out, and again, it puffs up that dust. Half its jaw falls off when you pick it up too.
I
It
don't
finally,
breathe. I hold my
yeah,
breath
okay,
because I
yeah.
don't
You
want
don't want
to
to breathe
smell
in
this
mummy
thing.
dust.
No, I don't want to breathe the
So,
money dust either.
so the jaw falls off when you pick it up. It finally just gives way and falls off. So there's a jaw on the floor.
I pick it up.
Okay, what are you gonna do with it?
Well, you'll find out.
All right, but you're gonna keep it on you, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I am.
Okay, put it in your inventory when you have a chance. All right, so you guys managed to make it out to the brazier and throw it on there. The body doesn't quite fit perfectly on there, but you are able
You
to
can chop it
maneuver it.
up.
You are well. What I'm saying is you can actually tuck its legs up, its knees up to its chest, and get it
Okay.
to sit on top of the brazier, which is it's kind of funny the sight of this, but you guys are literally bonfiring a zombie in a brazier, and almost instantaneously the thing it's just it goes up like dried leaves. It just starts burning. Um, and it has just a horrible. There's just a horrible. What is this? Oh, cool. Thank you, Dwayne.
Just
Yeah,
some
there's a
background.
horrible. Cool. Yeah, there's a horrible stench in the room as this thing just lights up almost immediately, like dried leaves. And there you have it. You got this thing burning in the middle of the room. It's probably going to take a while for it to burn completely up, but It's burning.
Good.
I'm gonna take that while it's burning. I'm gonna take that jawbone and I'm gonna set it on
In the mouth.
on the edge of the mouth to line up as a jaw along the opening of the mouth in alignment with.
I understand exactly
Yeah.
what you're
And
saying.
then I look
I'm-
at Loman and I'm like, "What's this guy's name again?"
Relish.
And I'll say, "Relishaz,
so
give me a chance."
so nothing happens.
Are you kidding? I just
Yeah, the
smacked the
room,
freaking jaw
except well,
into
except
the
for
mouth.
well, something does happen actually. A loud popping sound as the ember, as this something burns up and combusts on the creature that you guys have just thrown into the brazier. A loud pop, and then a flash of embers just head up to the ceiling.
And grab the jawbone and toss it into the fire as well.
Okay, lands in there it lands on top of the body. You're a good shot. I mean, the thing is taking up most of the top of this brazier, but when you toss the bone in, it kind of flings up. You hoop shot it like right in, and it lands on top of the body perfectly. It just sits there on top of the body, grinning at you without the top of the head.
Yeah. I looked to Loman. Loman, hey,
What?
is there like some ritual you do when you burn something to Relishaz? Like words you say?
Loman, you wouldn't know.
No, I don't know their rituals. He's kind of an
Aren't you?
So,
enemy of
Aren't
so
my
you?
Loman,
gods.
yeah, so Loman, when you were a really young child, and it was in the city, but you never forgot it because you were always kind of fascinated by magic and like in card tricks and gambling and some of the acolytes of Ralashaz. You remember your father telling you about them, and you actually got to peer at some of the dice that they were using in the gambling hall where they would congregate. And your father called them all madmen.
Hmm.
That's all you can remember about them. You don't know their way. You know that your father said that they were or regarded them as madmen, um, and irresponsible lunatics that would gamble away their fortune on a whim, and
Oh man,
and
tell me more about this guy.
He's a powerful god, but not a he's a capricious god.
What does that mean?
Um you never know where you stand with him, and you there's likely you have his favor, you're as likely to be driven mad as to get a benefit.
How do we
that's
make him mad?
pretty accurate.
Um I don't know if we want to make him mad. Very powerful.
What if we piss inside his mouth?
Well, I'll be in the other room.
You don't think that's a good idea?
No.
Oh my god.
That's making some sense.
No.
Come on,
No, it
Bedrest, let's
really
get out of here.
it really makes a lot of sense. If you guys are, yeah. So what did you guys search for pitons and whatnot?
Yeah, I was surprised Bedrest doesn't have
Well,
them
pitons
because
wouldn't
Not,
be
I'm
what we'd
sorry, not
use. It'd be
pitons.
spikes.
spikes.
Spikes. Yeah, I'm
Spikes.
sorry. I don't know why I thought was thinking
Pitons
pitons.
are really thin.
I'm supposed to use, I'm so used to playing with as a thief. I always have those on me in mountaineering gear and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
We can just
why
push
don't
a
I
couple
why
benches
don't I
against the
use the
door.
goddamn search that I wrote for the party sheet? How about that? You
Airwalk
know what I
has
mean?
neither pitons nor spikes.
I'll see if you got something here. I got
I
the
do have
special DM
scrap
one.
metal.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Talissa's right. We could wedge the stone pews against the door.
yep, can.
We only
Is
need
Yeah,
this
no
two.
one
We
skull
only need
really in
two
the
of 'em.
room?
nobody has pitons or spikes. What about the skull?
Is that really there?
No. If there's a skull on the map, I wasn't aware of it.
Damn.
Yeah, no, there's no skull in there. Where is it? Point to it. I didn't know there was one in here. Is Oh, in there? Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were yes, there is a skull on the
Oh,
floor in there.
I'm gonna pick that skull up and I want to place it in the mouth.
Nothing happens.
And I'm
Again,
gonna
what
say
flicker of
relishes.
nothing
You have to say
happens.
it 3 times.
Relishes, relishes, relishes.
Give me an intelligence check, please, in the tower.
Oh shit, you guys.
Yeah, you're just determined that something is can be had from all of this. You determine that there is some trick to this that you haven't quite figured out yet.
Come on, sleep on it, Airwalk, or trance on it.
Is the body completely burned and all ash now?
It's gonna take a while. It's
What's a
starting to
while?
there's like by your estimation, this thing is gonna take several hours to burn up completely, and it's still even then, it's probably not gonna be hot enough to burn up the bones. But it's just, it's sizzling and cracking, and it initially went up real quick because of the clothes and stuff that we're wearing were so decayed.
Yeah.
They were extremely flammable, but now it's just kind of like a low burning, you know,
Does
log.
this brazier move?
It looks pretty heavy and large.
Airlock
You wouldn't be
detective
able to
walks back to the fucking room.
you wouldn't be
Pissed
able to
off.
tell if it moves or not. I mean, it looks like it doesn't look like it could be, bolted to the floor, or I don't even know how you would describe that, but or cemented to the floor if they even had that back then, or it could not. Maybe it's just placed there. It does have a stone foundation. It looks like it's okay, so you
You'll
guys are all
you'll get another chance in a few hours, Airwalk.
so you guys have moved the pews. How many have you moved against the door?
At least 2.
Yes.
Okay, that they were heavy as shit. And in fact, Benrus, can you give me a bend bars lift gates?
Okay.
Benrus can bench press 685 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's on the juice.
He can press 330. He can press 330. So Benrus, you actually managed to do the bulk of the movement of these things around, but you do tweak your back a little bit.
Yeah, after wrestling this thing, I'm a bit out of joint. That thing was
Yeah,
strong.
yeah, you do tweak your back a little bit, and I gotta do one thing for you, and I can do it right in here, I believe. Yes, I can. No, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, and I forgot that we can actually do this. Don't let me forget about this, dude. Okay? Just know that you have a negative effect on you for
Who?
that, from moving that Benrus.
Oh.
So try to remember that, Loman.
Okay.
Write it down or something, because we don't want to have that left on, because it's not gonna. You know what? Maybe I can put a duration on it. If I put, how do I do a 24-hour duration and the duration for the effect? Because it's
24
all
hours is
6 second, or it's all
24 times 60.
24 times 60. 24 times 60.
So that's what, 144, 1,440. Is that right?
Let me see.
Let me pull up a calculator.
I know. 24
Easy.
times 60.
Yeah, 1440.
1440.
Man. I still got it, man. Can still do maths in my head.
That's pretty good. Hey, Airwalk, get off of the altar.
Why?
Because
You
and
won't-
to check here, the durations are always in seconds on the effects on the combat tracker, right?
Are they? No, they should be minute for each round.
Or the rounds. Okay,
Yeah.
so the
Yeah,
rounds.
rounds,
Okay, thank
rounds.
you.
So
Thank you.
1440.
That's right. That's right. All right, so we got it. You guys are all settled in. Anybody got well, first of all, Benros, what type of armor are you wearing? You're gonna have to anybody that's wearing armor is going to have to take off their armor to get any type of restful sleep. So what you're gonna do is just unequipped your armor. You can still carry it. You just make sure it's unequipped.
That
studded
chainmail is what
leather.
Benris.
Oh
Talon.
yeah,
Okay.
Talon.
yeah.
Hmm.
I know, Talon, exactly. So exactly. So Zadar, you're just gonna unequip your armor. There you go. You got it. Talissa, did you get
I have
yours?
studded leather. Is that
Yeah, you
okay
need
to
to take it
wear?
off. Yep.
Yeah.
Keeping my
I
boots
got
on.
I got regular clothes on, man.
Yeah, Airwalk's the only one that doesn't need to. Loman, you got your armor off.
Oh, I'll take.
Loman
I
wears
want to see
armor.
the gnome get naked, man.
I'm gonna
I know we
Airwalk's
all
gonna
do.
just like watch because he's like so confused as
What
to
the hell these guys are doing.
what these
Well,
guys are
they
doing.
definitely not want to sleep in chain, you know what I mean? And stuff. So, all right. So Loman, you got
Oh, I
that
already
on.
got rid of my armor because it was
It's
post.
broken.
Yes.
Oh, how do you have AC of 6 without armor?
Dex.
Oh, your dex, man. Your dex is gnarly.
Dude, what
Nice,
the
dude.
hell's your dex?
18.
Dex is 18.
Holy
It's negative
shit!
4. Negative 4. Yep. So, Benros, looks
Guys
like
got
we're.
like elite characters over here. Damn.
How does Benros have AC 9 without armor on?
Dex.
No. He's got 12 dex.
Oh, does he still have his
Oh, okay,
shield?
okay.
Might have his.
That's what it is.
Yeah. The,
Oh
That's what it
yeah.
is. Yeah, and we need to remember that when he's not using that, we got to unequip it. So go ahead and just put that to carried, so
okay.
we don't run into that again. The dog is in here with you guys, and in fact, yeah. So you can direct where you want the dog. Where do you want Shadow?
Um, put him right about here, right behind me.
Okay, noted. You guys have managed to wall off, and barricade the door, and that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I have awarded experience points for the encounter, but I am going to award individual experience points for the different things that you guys did tonight, because everybody did great at role playing. And like I said, next week is Thanksgiving week. Laura and I are going to be out like the whole week. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Next week is
so
Thanksgiving. Holy
yep.
shit.
So the following week we'll play again. Again, we're probably gonna, and just so you guys know, we're at least gonna do 2 a month, but sometimes we'll do 3 a month. It just
So
depends. Probably
I'm
not
gonna
as
be
much.
out the week of December 12th. I'll be in
Okay.
Florida,
Yeah.
seeing Murphy's Law and Agnostic Front play.
Oh, rad, man. Yeah,
But
that's cool.
if
Yeah.
if my buddy's 50th birthday party too.
Oh, that sounds great, man. You guys have a good time. Yeah, so we'll like play it by ear, but yeah, this game is flexible, dude. Like I don't like to play it unless there's at least 4 of us here. So that's good. And I also wanted us to have a break sometimes, because it gets rough every week. So 2 times, sometimes 3, Well, we'll probably like, half the time it'll be 3 times, We'll just play it by ear. Um, yeah, man, but thank you guys so much. That was like
No,
really,
thank you.
that
Cheers.
was like
Yeah.
really good, smooth game. I like when it runs like that. And I didn't even prep, man. It's just,
How it
well,
works.
I just did the bullet list, man, because I know what I want out of the session. And
Yep.
when I have to spend like 5 hours writing out description blocks, yes, they're cool. the description blocks, but I can do it freestyle if I just bullet.
Ad lib
You know,
them.
it's not going to be as perfect as me writing it out, but I don't have the time for that. I don't have
Yeah.
the time to do that shit, dude. So, and the game's too dynamic for that, right? Like when I
Yeah.
write out a description of a hallway and I put in things like you step on a rat as you guys move as a group when you're not moving as a group and no one
That
stepped
rat.
on a rat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm reading it,
Yeah.
because I read it, and it's like, so, I found a
Well,
bug too.
who would have
I,
expected Aerowalk to get enamored with the freaking head in the room?
well, I kind of do at this point, and I was rolling a
Now you
lot.
know.
I was rolling a lot for you, Airwalk. Like I always take into mind. I'm big on the demi-human abilities, so don't ever think I'm forgetting that. I always have that. There is some stuff that you guys need or should usually are required to announce up front. Like an example would be the dwarvish gnome